again, you better get out. We're not going to stop.
Going to lower the flag of Nigeria and raise the flag of the United States of Biafra.
Now one na mose vive na kiti enoi. Na tulaje bwana mabuli vemelem. Kuja. Atibe kuona tulane bovo. Timalugo no godo kokodo nyano be hule. Dani moda tulilu. Na ya kalakana kwa lerinu mwangulu. Ngula matali waso jere futa mbaka njuba diali. Ama abulezi okwenu. Na baka la kelwego nezienwe. Nubocha kala kelwego nudezi. Maka na baba nenu waralu nunuteyi. Umu Biafra kunyenwe. Umu Biafra kunyenwe. Unanu kwa ni mono nezi biakenenwe. Ono nenu lila tono na nagulugu senyi tono nugu bana tayi. Kanyi wele fobi wena tabanu banyo. Makana nyuko no 1 million no we bofu wa mabulezi okwe. Naka ni kwata milake kwa waja sienyi ka kesu ezo pabule be welo tamanu. Umu Biafra kuyenwe. Kanyi wele fobi wena tabanu banyo. Makano fobi abakama. Na nugo no way. Biafra na mekele umulina. Nkabo nkani. Mwadati na ijele wanyi biakenemi. Akwage bulu kwekene na fando to Biafra is our hope. And the Biafra is our religion. God in a water cheers a moon or be born here. Where see a can argue. I don't know what you quote. Ikemba one of Biafra land among them. Kalaya dike. Ma fondi mochiri diebu baby de beach vele mamba. Amusigo dogweji mali bonine. Dogweji malo Biafra biya. Dumego chuku. Papa gise kana logi Philippe Efyong. Abuzi kwa mwake kuloku wekusi okusi na Biafra ye kunyo. Na ya bu Biafra ya tulugo wenata. Unavulu na ya bu Biafra ye kunyigo. Loko guli mwata na kanane ele. Abagisi akane logo nyendu manzi nande kano. Amadike Biafra kede dike. Amadike Biafra bialu.
For the simple reason that she has no jurisdiction to try me. No
whatsoever. I came out of
Pagimo for ye till in deal but I want
accused from my case and cannot try my case. There are things that are happening in this country that a lot of you do not know. It is my duty to make that very, very clear to all of you today. Because the lies are too much. The lies are too much. I sent a petition to the for personal gain. Her son and her husband are facing corruption charges. They told them that if they convict me, this is what happens. Nobody wants to do this. That's the problem. They sent her to my case. So they can
the Biafran government they don't exile cabinet. Natukunanda na ya maunube Bagano ya sulobe ya toka imaluge nui Disionike Kada kada lo mondi Biafran Liberation Army umuchuku The angels of Biafran and the kada nui The great oracles of Biafra na no Ado weke no na mo La no jisi kenan Atugo ya ba no me Omo chukwu ne The Prime Minister H.E. Masi Simon Weber Abuzi kwa bato biyo Atwele li omo Biafra bianulonu Anonganga pio tembe wile name Lulina li omo biao na kwa lonu yes mwana kwa mo bia keneli o odagiri dilu ose fulu dilo bia lulu we makwale na kosa de maranya mweji mwagu konyilo sino de lonka sojilo ya tiji sojilo we walasa Abuzi kwe wabato biye Ogada gidi dike bia nulu Mweji wekwala niyo Onyine chukwu nyele ndi Biafra na nulu Nuna beke nege Asimuna ya dele ndi Biafra nile na mo Asino ya dilo no ni na nam Mandanye na bono mweno utela nyi welien Mandanye na bono nudonu no mwe Makana mbona boke kwe na bonike Moya na no moya no No bivo ye dobeli ne dene no wama believe melema A good legacy will last forever, my believer, and in remembrance of my bless you.
I welcome you by saying good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night to some of you, because unlike any other, this very broadcast simulcast on multiple platforms this very day, morning, noon, or night, depending on where you are, is being relayed right across the face of this very planet Earth. A lot of people are watching, a lot of people are listening, and many of you will be blessed as a result of it. And as I do welcome you, please endeavor or should I say, try to welcome other people as well. My name is Nnamdi Kanu. I am the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra all over the world, the director of Radio Biafra and Biafra Television, and by the very special grace of the Most High Elohim, a servant of the wonderful people of Biafra. Regardless of where you are, as I said earlier, we are welcoming you, and we are going to pray as it is customary for us to do here. Once again, I welcome each and every one of you, and before we proceed, we are going to pray. As it is usual with us here on this platform, we pray because we are nothing without the Almighty. We are going to offer praise and adoration to Him as always, and I will, of course, should I say, unfailingly pray in the language of heaven. Some may misunderstand, some of them may try to misconstrue, but one thing is certain right now, in the presence of the Almighty God, Elohim, Adonai, El Shaddai in heaven, the angels are singing, worshiping, and praising the Most High with the very oldest language on the face of this very earth, the Igbo language. And that's how I'm going to pray. Ezi onye nwe anyị na Chineke nna nke pụrụ ime ihe niile, Chukwu okike abịa ma bụ onye anyị na-efe na-agọzi aha nsọ ya, onye ọbụla na ya na-achị, onye mmụọ na mmadụ na-erubere isi, onye ọbụla na ya bụ ọkaka. Ụbọchị ene ka anyị na-etuga eze ebube dị ngọzi, mmalite na ọgwụgwụ, ndị gboo wee tuo oge ebighị ebi. Onye nwe m, ụmụ gị wee gbakọọ n'ụwa niile iwe nara ozi ọma nke gị onwe gị n'ezi ha site n'ọnụ mmadụ dị ndụ nna nke ebere dị ngọzi. Anyị wee na-asị na onweghị ihe ọbụla nke anyị onwe anyị bụ n'ihi na ọ bụ anụkpa ahụ sọsọ ka mmadụ dị ndụ bụ. Ofu ụbọchị anyị ga-anwụ, maka na okwu nsọ gị na-adịgị ma ruo mgbe ebighị ebi, n'ihi na okwu gị niile ga-abịarịrị na mmezu. Ọbịa mere Biafra ga-eji wee bịa na mgbe nke anyị. Anyị wee na-akpọkụ wee na-arịọ gị na-asị, lekwa ude nke anyị na-asụ n'akwa nke anyị na-ebe ka o metụta gị n'obi. Onye nwe m na Chineke nna nke igwe, biko dịka isi wee napụta ụmụ gị n'ọbụ n'Ijipt, kpe otu wee wezuga ụmụ gị bụ ndị Biafra mgbe ekwensu bụ zuu nke mmadụ dị ndụ kere. Anyị wee na-aja gị mma, na-asị gị n'ime ọnọdụ anyị niile anyị ga-ekele ha nsọ gị, wee nye gị nsọpụrụ n'ụtụ na eji ama mgbe niile, n'ihi na anyị enweghị chi ọzọ ewezuga gị. Anyị nwe anyị anaghị efe arụsị. Ọbịa mere iji wee na-agọzi nzọmụkwụ anyị niile. Ọbịa mere IPOB ji wee gbaa mgbọrọgwụ n'ụwa niile. Anyị anaghị atụ egwu mmadụ dị ndụ. Anyị wee na-eto gị eze ebube dị ngọzi, sị gị biko gbatara anyị ọsọ enyemaka. Ọ bụ naanị gị bụ onye anyị na-efe nwa akpụ isi ala nye, ka i wee napụta ndị gị n'ọbụ nke ekwensu. Anyị wee na-enye gị ofe na nsọpụrụ na ija mma, na-asị lekwa ka ndị iro anyị niile ka kasị wee baa ha ọnụ, ha wee daa hapụghị ikuni ọzọ. Obodo ekwensu bụ zu ala nwekwa n'iyi eze ebube dị ngọzi. Anyị onwe anyị bụ ụmụ gị wee na-akpọkọ ha nsọ gị, na-asị na enweghị chi ọzọ ewezuga gị. Anyị wee na-aja gị mma, wee na-eto gị, na-asị onye kere ihe niile kere eke mana nwee onye kere na n'otuto niile na nsọpụrụ niile na ịja mma niile site n'ebighị ebi, mara onye ebighị ka a na-arịọ gị. Ise ise ise. Having handed over our proceedings to heaven, we must therefore proceed unfailingly and very speedily to preach this very gospel that we have been mandated to preach this very day, because heaven and earth will bear us witness. Unless you understand your role in society, you can never ever make any meaningful contribution. According to the Greeks, there are three types of people on this earth: the idiots, the tribesmen, and the citizens. People don't know the meaning of the word idiot. They think it's an insult. It's not an insult. When the Greeks used the word idiots, they did not use it as a curse word. Idiots are people who just do not care. That is the original meaning of the word. If they write exams, they will cheat. If they are in government, they will steal. An idiot does not care at all. If he eats banana, he throws the peel anywhere instead of putting it in a trash can. According to the Greeks, some societies have more idiots than tribesmen and citizens. As I used to say before, Nigeria is full of idiots. Idiots.
I want to let the world understand what the so-called founding fathers of the Zoological Republic actually said about Nigeria. Since 1914, the British government has been trying to make Nigeria into one country, but the Nigerian people themselves are historically different in their backgrounds, in their religious beliefs and customs. They do not show themselves any sign of willingness to unite. Nigerian unity is only a British invention. Alhaji Sir Abubakar Tafawa Balewa, 1948, a founding father of Nigeria. The second one, Nigeria is not a nation, it is a mere geographical geographical expression. There are no Nigerians in the same sense as there are English, Welsh, or French. The word Nigeria is a mere distinctive appellation to distinguish those who live within the boundaries of Nigeria and those who do not. Chief Obafemi Awolowo, 1947. Now, lastly, let me tell you what Nnamdi Azikiwe said in 1964 after the so-called independence of Nigeria. It is better for us and many admirers abroad that we should disintegrate in peace and not in pieces. Then, should the politicians fail to heed this warning, then I will venture the prediction that the experience of Democratic Republic of Congo, which is Katanga, will be a chance play if ever it comes to our turn to play such a tragic role. These are the historical facts that nobody can deny. We have it in abundance. So, their three founding fathers have, none of them actually believed in one Nigeria. All their founding fathers. But tomorrow now, you see Guardian, right, the founding father. Our founding fathers will be disappointed. But your founding fathers never believed in one Nigeria. It is here now. The Fulani approach to the zoo called Nigeria is called the devil's alternative. Fulani, they have this two-pronged approach to the issue of one Nigeria. If they collapse you through banditry, they will overrun you because they believe they have superior weaponry. Right now, and all of them are in this game together. That's number one. If you sue for peace, which idiots like Omahi are doing, if you sue for peace, they will also get what they're looking for because they will plant Ruga in every local government area. The devil's alternative, whichever option you choose, men are going to die. Men will die. It doesn't matter the option you choose. If you wait for them to do things peacefully, which they will never do, they are going to kill you anyway because they'll be Ruga. And you allow them to forcibly take over your land, you are taken over, they will take it by force. And Fulani will plant their people in your local government areas. That in the next 100 years, you'll be hearing about Olo Emirates. And then we'll be like Hausa people. Our great-grandchildren will now ask their parents, what happened? They will tell, oh no, there was somebody called Hope Uzodinma. He was playing politics. He loved Nigeria. There was one called Umahi. He loves Fulani. He used to wear Obada. But then we are gone. As a race, we are finished. And I said to these fools, Fulani Caliphate is dealing with you people, but you don't know it. They are like the vulture. Nigeria is pregnant. If Nigeria dies during the pregnancy, they benefit. Nigeria gives birth to their Ruga, which they want, a new Nigeria which they want, is also to their benefit. The only people aiding and abetting them are these quislings, the fulefus from the East, intellectuals, and sophisticated morons from the West.
Most of you who claim you own businesses everywhere in Nigeria, for that reason, you want everybody to die. Nobody is above death. Death is going to visit everybody. Just have to pray that you live and make impact in this life. The impact that matters now, as far as Nigeria is concerned, is not the impact to make people millionaires. It is impact to make people to be alive. It is impact to make people to feel secure. It is impact to make people feel they are free. That is the biggest impact you can make. Millions are going to come. People will become millionaires when they are alive. Of what use is it? You make somebody millionaire today and tomorrow he died by gunshot from Fulani. Of what use will it be to the society? You pick up somebody and send him abroad and he come back to Nigeria and police will kill him. It is happening every day. Why do you want to continue to be part of a country like that? Why? We are not the one bringing violence to Nigeria state. Rather, Nigeria aggression must be responded with aggression. That aggression is self-defense.
We have no mercy for those that come to disrupt the restoration of this struggle. We don't negotiate with anyone. We will never do that. Because when you do things like that, you encourage the same thing to be inside the government, and they will continue to do what they are doing. There's an adage that says, no matter how you try to leave them, to forgive them, to accept them, they will still come up with that same behavior. Because Nigerian government has a process of divide and conquer. They use people within to destroy what Biafrans are doing. We already know that, and that is why they are not going anywhere. That is why we stop them on their track. That is why we discover them anywhere they are, and we bring them down. That is what we will continue to do. No mercy. No mercy, because lives have been lost. People have died. Children have died. Innocent Biafrans have been murdered. They've spilled their blood. We are not joking. Anybody, any attorney, any lobbyist, you think we are joking in this restoration process? I pity you. Sorry will be your name. State administrators, those that feel they do not want to follow the path of Obatopie, we also welcome them to quietly and peacefully leave the United States of Biafra. Biafra promotes freedom of association. You are free to go with whomever you want to be with. That is a basic right. We are not going to take it away from you. You are free to associate yourself with whom you want to. But what we are not going to allow is being able to disrupt what we are doing. Being able to use the platforms established by Obatopie to promote your chaos and your divisive nature. Allowing you to use the plans, the maps, the regions that Obatopie has set up to continue to disorganize, disinform our people. We are not going to allow you to do that. But as long as you following whoever calls you on the phone privately, it is okay to go with those individuals. And Biafrans, we truly support you to do that. That is called freedom of association, which United States of Biafra guarantees. There are charters that we signed during our declaration in Finland. And one of that is the basic human right of individuals to associate with whomever they want to. But you cannot do that under the United States of Biafra. There is only one United States of Biafra. Under one command, His Excellency the Prime Minister, Simon Ekpa, represented by my humble self, Dr. Orabueze. Anything outside this, we wish you luck, but please leave any platform that either myself or Obatopie has established. You can inquire from whoever you want to be with. They have their own platform. They have where they are doing their own little shenanigans. You can join them there. We wish you luck, but do not be in the platform established by the United States of Biafra and be causing your havoc. On that note, I thank all the state executives that are working day and night to ensure that we all go home by the end of this year. We thank all the Biafra Defense Forces, again, the decentralized forces and some of the units that have been there. We thank you for the coordination. We thank you for what you are doing to gradually move the state of a nation with all the discipline, with all the respect, with all the dignity associated with the United States of Biafra military. That is what this new nation is working on. On that note, I thank all Biafrans that are present here, all the state representatives, all the country representatives. And I want to quickly recognize all the Biafran secretaries and the Biafra cabinets. I'm going to...
Honorable Simon Epa.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for joining us on today's program. I appreciate everyone that has connected on this program, wherever you are connecting from. Please, as you join us, like and share the program to other platforms. Share to family and friends, share to your neighbors. Don't keep the program to yourself alone. Share it with other people so that they can be able to get the information that is coming. You know what we are facing on this very pursuit of our freedom. We are facing a lot of challenges in all our platforms. The social media is not friendly to us. Those of us who are standing on the truth and focusing on the restoration of Biafra, they try as much as they can to hinder us from passing the information. They are holding down our platform, trying to remove people from our program and block people from our programs. That is why you are seeing the challenges we are facing. You will have thousands of subscribers, but when you come on live stream, you will see, you can hardly see up to 20 people. It is sad, but that will not stop us from preaching the gospel. We will continue to preach the gospel. So I welcome those who has been able to connect. The only way you can support us on this platform is to make sure whenever you join us, you bring somebody else to join you. Share the program on your own platform to family and friends. In any group you belong, share it. You never can tell. This message is for everybody, Biafrans and non-Biafrans. We want every person living on the planet Earth to get the information of what is happening in Biafran territory. We never know where the Messiah is going to come from. That is why we must engage in radical evangelism. If you cannot make a live program, when you see a genuine Biafran making a live program, share it. When you see any member of the United States of Biafra media doing a live program, take it upon yourself to share it in your group or where you belong. That will go a long way to pass the information. For those who are joining us on this platform for the very first time, either on TikTok, on Facebook, or on YouTube, where I'm hosting the program, I welcome all of you. And this platform where you're watching this program is a platform that is under the United States of Biafra. The United States of Biafra under the command of our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa Njoko, and on the supreme command of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Today, under the leadership and order of the Deputy Prime Minister, Dr. DPMDrNgoziOrabueze. That is where we stand. And that is where we will continue to stand until we get to the promised land, while we wait for our our Prime Minister and our Supreme Leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They are going to join us very soon. In this very platform, we do not come here to instigate violence. We don't come to this program to preach hate. We do not come here to attack people or to attack individuals or to preach hate, blackmail, propaganda, or saga. That is not our purpose of being in this platform. Our main purpose of being in this platform is to tell the world the true situation of things in Biafra land. To preach freedom to the world, to promote and support freedom of all. That is why we are here. We are here to preach humanity. We are here to extend hand of fellowship to everyone. And we are here to expose the lies that have been told against the Biafran people, against our Deputy Prime Minister, Dr. DPMDrNgoziOrabueze, the lies that have spoken against our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, and the lies that have spoken against our Supreme Leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. In this platform, we debunk those lies and we expose them. In this platform, we come every day to tell the world what is going on in Biafra land. Biafra is a country that existed from 1967 up until 1970. A country that that's existed for 3 good years, recognized by other nations of the world. Biafra fought a brutal war with other international communities, with other parts of the world. Those who claim to be sane, who claim to know it all, those who claim to be the world powers, were involved in fighting against Biafra. The UK was involved, Russia was there, France was there. To an extent, the United States was silent and watching, and that makes them culpable of what happened. Genocide was committed in Biafra land. And in this war that these people engaged in, they used hunger to starve children to death. Millions of children of Biafrans died during that war that lasted from 1967 up until 1970. In fact, it was because of hunger and the death of the innocent children in Biafra land that our eternal leader, Dim Ojukwu, decided to hands off. And he left the country and allowed the second in command to hands off and surrender to Nigerian government. Using hunger in a warfare is against Geneva Convention. It's not allowed. But Nigerian government with the British, the French and Russians use this medium to starve innocent children in Biafra land to death. Children, women, innocent civilians lost their life. Up to 5 million people lost their life. Not in the mouth of the bullet, but out of hunger. It was a genocide. Genocide that the world have refused to recognize up to this moment. The only genocide that can be compared to what happened in Biafra land in 1967 to 1970 is the Holocaust. There is no other genocide in this world that can be compared to what happened in Biafra land, except the Holocaust. But simply because it happened to Biafrans and in the black nation, nobody is paying attention, and nobody is being held accountable up to this day. Instead of holding people to accountable, the world is celebrating those who committed that crime in Biafra land. Innocent children lost their life. Up to this moment, the world is using pictures extracted from Biafran Civil War to solicit for funds to help people in other regions. But when it comes to the Biafra land where this atrocity has been committed, there has never, ever been any compensation or any help to the people of that region. Instead, the United Nations and other international organizations use pictures and videos extracted from Biafran Civil War to pursue their own agenda of extorting money from people to support other regions. Today, you hear so much about other places. You hear so much about Syria. You hear so much about Palestine. You hear so much about other regions of the world, but nobody is speaking about the issue of Biafra. Since 1967 up to date, the war is still ongoing. Just as recent, Nigerian government announced it. The Chief of Army Staff on a national TV revealed that they are engaging in simultaneous warfare in Biafra land. Later he come on and said it was a jungle warfare. We all know what war means to a uniformed man. A military man does not take a war for joke. And war does not have a different meaning from what it's supposed to be to a military man. That warfare is going on. No conventional media is paying attention on how this warfare is going on. No international media is paying attention what is happening in Biafra land. As we speak, thousands of Biafrans have lost their life. Many of them have been kidnapped and they disappeared. Many are locked up in different prisons in the northern part of Nigeria. Nobody is coming to their aid. Nobody is coming to their aid. this atrocity has continued unabated, and nobody is paying attention to what is going on in Biafran territory. The only place where you can get information is on social media from what we are doing. That is why most of us have taken upon ourselves on a daily basis to speak on this issue, to call the attention of the world on what is going on in Biafra land. If you are an investigative journalist, please go down to the southeastern part of Nigeria, the old southeastern region. Go and verify what we are saying. You will see evidence by yourself. Amnesty International have more than enough evidence to make the world weigh in. But somehow, there is a global conspiracy against the Biafrans that has made the world not to react. This global conspiracy has been pushed and sponsored by Nigerian government and Britain. And that is why whatever crime that is committed against Biafrans is not looked at. Crime against humanity have been committed against Biafran people. Nobody pays attention to it. Human rights abuse to the highest level is ongoing in Biafra land, even as we speak. Nobody is paying attention to it. The conspiracy is huge. Every international community that is in Biafra land are all interested in our resources. Countries of the West are interested in resources. They want the wealth that we are blessed with in Biafra land, but they don't want Biafrans to be alive. The British created a contraption. They do not want the Biafrans, but they want the wealth in Biafra land. The British exchanged our wealth with our land. After the war, they took our land and gave to people. They gave our land off. And they want us to fold our hands and watch. And we say we will not. These atrocities are going on daily basis in Biafra land. Nigerian government today is using terrorists to terrorize the Biafran people. Nigerian government is sponsoring terrorists directly and indirectly. In the whole world, there is no country in the world where terrorists are de-radicalized and introduced into the military or into the police. It doesn't happen in any part of the world. Not even in the Middle East. Not even in the Middle East. In the Middle East, where we can say there are many organizations there that are affiliated to terrorism. But yet, once you are involved in terrorism, they will never, ever introduce you into their military or their police. But in the contraption called Nigeria, Nigerian government have come in the open to display videos how they brought terrorists into their military, gave them ammunition, and what do they do next? They push them down to Biafra land to go there and take over the land for them. It is an agenda by the British and Nigerian government to take over our land by all means necessary. That is why when you go to Biafra land, you see their footprint. The same thing the terrorist is doing in the northern part of Nigeria, burning house of innocent people, taking innocent life and occupying their homes, renaming it. Go to Biafra land. That is the same footprint that the terrorist army leave when they come to Biafra land. They destroy houses, they take lives, and they take over places and occupy it. The same footprint, the same job that the terrorists are doing in the northern part of Nigeria is exactly what Nigerian military is doing in Biafra land. There are proof to every single thing I say. If you are following events or you're following what is happening in Nigeria, you will understand what I'm telling you. The indigenous people in that contraption have been made to be an enemy. The indigenous people in that Nigeria has been made endangered species. They cannot even fight for themselves anymore, more especially in the northern part of Nigeria. The indigenous people in the northern part of Nigeria are helpless. They can't even shout. They can't even talk. They can't complain. Up to this moment as we speak, many villages in the northern part of Nigeria has been taken over by the terrorists. These terrorists are foreigners, foreign mercenaries, employed by a certain group, sponsored by the UK, to make sure that they continue to take over the land and allow them to explore our mineral resources without hindrance. In the northern part of Nigeria, they can't even fight for themselves. They have been held ransom and they have accepted their fate. Most of the part of northern part of Nigeria today, they pay tax to the terrorists. If you are a farmer, for you to go and harvest your crop or cultivate your crop, you will pay tax to the terrorists. I am not just saying this. There are evidence to what I'm saying. Even some of their national TV has reported to this. Some of the conventional media have reported to what I'm saying. There are people today that are born in the IDP camp that are 19 years old today. Some people are born in the IDP camp and they married in the IDP camp. These are citizens in their own country, remaining in refugee camp for more than 20 years. And yet, you claim that that is a country. That can never be a country. The primary objective of every government is to protect the life and property of its citizens. That is the primary objective of a government. Any government that cannot protect life and property of its citizens is not worthy to be a government, and is not a government. So when we come out and tell you that the Nigerian government is a terrorist government, it is with facts and points. There are every indices pointing at that. That Nigeria, even though have never been a state before, will never be a state, has now fallen into the hand of the terrorists. And somehow, it is going well with those who are planning the evil. It is going. But my fellow Biafrans, wherever you are, continue to be consistent in what you are doing. Do not give up. Do not give up. Their target is to discourage us. Their plan is to take us away from our land, and we will not allow that. It does not matter how long it takes. It doesn't matter how they try. We will continue to fight back with all our strength, with everything in us. We will continue to fight back. Everything we stand against and we speak on this platform, there are evidence to show and confirm the truth. You can only continue to deny the truth because of your own selfish interests, or maybe because of ignorance. But I bet you, if you are one of those who is paying attention to Nigerian news, you will understand that every single thing we are saying today are the truth and nothing but the truth. Terrorists have taken over Nigeria. They are running the show in Nigeria. In the northern part of Nigeria, they have accepted their fate. And today the terrorists is running the affairs of the northern part of Nigeria through the governors. Through their governors. It is the terrorists that are in charge. Somebody like Sheikh Gumi, if Nigeria were to be a country, somebody like Sheikh Gumi will not be walking free. This is somebody who has come in the public to make a case for the terrorists. This is somebody who have come to negotiate and collect ransom for the terrorists. This is somebody who has boasted of knowing the terrorists and where they are and where they stay and how they live. But yet, this man is given a presidential treatment wherever he goes. This man is highly protected by the government of Nigeria anywhere he goes. A man who is supporting and promoting terrorism in the open. Yet, he is highly protected and defended by the Nigerian government. Ask yourself why. Ask yourself why. When the Biafrans are shouting and say they don't want to be part of Nigeria anymore, If you are from other region of that contraption and you want to be part of it, please go ahead. We have no problem with you. There is freedom of association. The international law permits you to associate with anybody you feel like. If you want to be a Nigerian and continue to be part of the terrorism, it is your own desire. But please, stay away from those who are pursuing their freedom. Stay away from those who are focusing on setting themselves free from that captivity. Allow those who want to be free to be free. Everyone is entitled to their opinion. If you feel that the fraudulent and terrorist country Nigeria is doing you well, good luck. Go ahead. Time shall tell. But for the Biafran people who have seen clearly that there is no faith anywhere or hope anywhere in Nigeria, they want out. You can't stop us. We are not cowards. Your propaganda and your blackmail, your attack and your distrust will never stop us. It does not matter how you do it. It doesn't matter what you do. We will continue to pursue our freedom until we get to our destination very soon. It is not going to last for too long, no matter how hard it is. It is sad that the whole world is watching the atrocities of Nigeria against Biafrans, and they say nothing. Those who committed genocide in Biafra and continue to commit human rights abuse are not looked at. Today, our supreme leader, Mazen Nandekan, has been held for more than 5 years in detention for committing no crime. Mazen Nandekan has passed through the judiciary system, and their court said that Mazen Nandekan is innocent, yet they refused to release him. At a point in time, they returned him back for the case to start afresh, trying to use a judge that her family has a criminal case to indict Mazen Nandekan. They tried to use Mazen Nandekan as a bet for her to prosecute Mazen Nandekan, find him guilty, and then set her husband and her son free. Mazen Nandekan was able to detect that, and he rescued the lawyer from his case. The Zoological Republic, just as lawless as they have always been, tried to force a judge on Mazen Nandekan, and our supreme leader stood his ground and said over his dead body, it will not happen. And we thank Chukwu government. After the long dragging and delay, they finally gave Mazen Nandekan a new judge. But to the presence and surprise of the whole world, the new judge also rescued himself, and he said he will not be part of this very case. That the case of Mazen Nandekan is so clear that nobody will judge anything apart from what have been judged in the past. That he will not be the one to convict an innocent man, and he will not be part of that disgrace. The judge rescued himself, and he said he will not be part of it. That if the federal government of Nigeria could not obey the past judgment, what is the assurance that they're going to obey him now? He said his profession, his personality is much more important than whatever Nigerian government can offer. It is very hard to find this kind of people that have integrity. As I always say, there are still some few Nigerians out there. Not even few. There are still many people who are in that contraption that still has common sense, that still have conscience in them. That man rescued himself and said he will not be part of the case. He didn't just say he made mention why he will not be part of it. That the judgment had been passed in Nigeria, and they said, a court said that the Nigerian law or court has no right to sit on Mazen Nandekan case. That they must have to explain the situation surrounding his extraordinary rendition, his kidnap in Kenya, kidnap and extraordinary rendition to Nigeria. They must explain that before they can talk of trying Mazen Nandekan. You cannot be in such kind of situation and you'll be talking about judging somebody against the law? You cannot be standing on injustice and you are talking about justice. You cannot build something on nothing. A court in Nigeria dismissed that case, quashed all the case against Mazen Nandekan, and even told them to pay compensation to Mazen Nandekan, and said no law court has the right to try Mazen Nandekan. Yet they continue to try him and move him from one state to the other. And the judge said he will not be part of it. And recently we had that another judge has taken up the case. And we are waiting to see what the judge is going to put forward. But whatever comes out, the Supreme Leader, Mazen Nandekan, has always been innocent and will continue to be innocent. It doesn't matter how they throw it, what they do it. It doesn't matter. We are focused and our eyes on the ball. No matter the plans of the enemy, no matter their attacks, their propaganda and blackmail, our Supreme Leader Mazen Nandekan will be free. But because of the global conspiracy today, that is why Mazen Nandekan is still in the hand of the Zoological Republic government. Because, after all, Mazen Nandekan was kidnapped in Kenya. Nigeria committed series of international crime, kidnapping, extraordinary rendition, abuse of human rights against Mazen Nandekan. And most importantly, Mazen Nandekan traveled to Kenya with British passport, not with Nigerian passport. Mazen Nandekan is a British citizen. Ask yourself, why is it that the Britain do not care about their citizens? Even though they have a major stake in Nigeria, they do not care about their citizens because he's a Biafran. The global conspiracy. Because he's a Biafran. The United Nations gave Nigeria ultimatum, 6 months ultimatum. The arbitrary committee or whatever of the United Nations gave Nigeria 6 months ultimatum to release Mazen Nandekan. They did not obey that ultimatum up to today. Was there any action taken? No action was taken. No penalty whatsoever. Instead, the same people who are part of the United Nations are busy today strengthening their bilateral relationship with Nigeria and focusing their attention on taking the resources that belong to the Biafran people. Today, every politics is about the gas. They are busy seeking for the mineral resources, more especially gas, building pipeline from Biafra land to where I do not know. But the rights of the citizens are being abused. Nobody's paying attention. You can see the situation of our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa. Mazi Simon Ekpa stood up to fight for Biafrans, to encourage Biafrans to stand up for themselves and hold on to self-defense, which is the right of every Biafran, every human being living on planet Earth. Self-defense is not a crime and has never been a crime. Everything that Chukwu Okike Abiyama created, he gave them the right to defend themselves. Everything created on this planet Earth, every living thing has the right to defend themselves, and they put up defense whenever they are threatened. Even plants put up defense when they are threatened. Animals put up defense when they are threatened. How much more human being? Our Prime Minister Mazi Simon came on board to educate us about self-defense, to protect Biafran people, to speak up for Biafran people, and to demand for our rights. He did not do that in the secret. He did not do that in disobedience to the law. He was doing it in obedience to every single law because he's a lawyer in Finland. He knows what the law says. He's a practicing lawyer with a law firm in Finland. He knows what the law says. But this man was preaching this message. Instead of adhering to his plea, he has written to the EU, he has written to the United Nations, and to the Finnish authority, the government. He has written to them several times, even before the declaration he wrote to them. But again, the global conspiracy played in. The British played a very huge role in this global conspiracy. And today, the Finnish authority gave in. And they took away our prime minister in our midst, claiming they are investigating him for more than 90 days now. They are still investigating. We have not seen any charges brought against him. We have not seen any charge. They say they are investigating for more than 90 days. They are still investigating. I don't know what they're investigating. Is it the information that is before the whole world? Is it the same information that Biafran government have furnished you with? Global conspiracy playing in. I have said it before, that this world is working based on interest. Nobody cares about you. Nobody cares about anybody. Everybody puts him or herself first. Everybody on this planet Earth puts themselves first. And it is high time Biafrans begin to learn how to put themselves first. Because it is still the Biafran people that never put themselves first. Biafrans has that attitude of putting people first. That is why if you go to Biafran land today, Biafrans protect foreigners, visitors more than any other thing. In fact, Biafrans will go against their own brother in order to protect an outsider. Biafrans will go against their own brother in order to protect a visitor. Only Biafrans do that. But it is high time we put ourselves first, because that is how the world operates. That is how the world operates. Every people, every country put themselves first. Whatever thing does not promote their interests, they are not part of it. When are we going to start putting ourselves first? Until when are we going to start putting ourselves first? It is high time we wake up and learn the lesson, even though we are learning it now in a hard way. My fellow Biafrans that are watching this program, wherever you're watching from, I welcome every one of you, and I want you to know that each time I come here every morning, it is always an interactive section. And you have to feel free to join me on this program. If you go to the comment section, as long as you are watching from YouTube on David Harbour channel, you're going to see the link. Click on the link and come in and make your contributions. If you have any question to ask, you are free to ask your question. You have any superior argument, come on with your superior argument. If you have a prayer to make, come on and make your prayers. The only thing that qualifies you to join this program is for you to be a human being. It does not matter where you belong, your orientation, your religion, your location, your race. It doesn't matter to us. What we are here to do is to promote humanity. As long as you're human, feel free to join us on this very platform. The only thing we ask is that when you are joining us on stage, make sure you appear in a decent manner. We cannot admit you if you are not dressing up properly. What I mean, you can't admit you when you're putting on your singlet or you're not wearing any clothes on you. We will not admit you. Secondly, when you're appearing with us on this platform, please, whatever thing you have to say, try to say it in a civil manner. Be civil in your discussion. It doesn't matter how angry you are. And by the way, we are not trying to gag you. You are entitled to your opinion. You have the right to share your ideas or whatever you feel. Any superior argument you have, bring it on. But when you are saying whatever you want to say, do it in a civil manner so that the world will understand. The whole world is watching us. Members of the cabinet is watching us. The deputy prime minister is observing this channel and watching us. Whatever genuine contribution you make that needs consideration must be considered as soon as possible. Use this opportunity and use it wisely. Let us make a difference. We are not going to create another want to create a country where people will have rights. A country where people can behave like humans. That is what we are looking up for. May Chukwu Okike Abiam continue to guide and protect us and lead us to our destination very soon. My fellow Biafrans that are watching wherever you are watching from, today we are discussing on a topic which said only the truth can stand the test of time. Every attack against our Deputy Prime Minister, Dr. NgoziOrabueze, is an attack against the United States of Biafra, through Biafrans. Only the truth can stand the test of time. Your propagandas and lies against the Biafran people is a waste of time. It does not matter how you lie, it's just for a while. And why it is so bad for somebody to engage in lies, propaganda, and blackmail is that when you tell one lie, you need 1,000 lies to back it up. When you tell one lie, you need 1,000 lies to back it up, to make your word truthful. That is why lie doesn't last. And lie does not stand the test of time. It is sad today that some people who are supposed to be talking about the freedom of Biafran people, talking about the atrocity of government against them, they are engaging in lies, propaganda, and blackmail against themselves. Against themselves. Because when you are telling those lies against the Deputy Prime Minister, Dr. NgoziOrabueze, you think it's about her. It is not about her. You are equally destroying yourself. Every lie you tell against her, every blackmail you do against her, it is against you. Those moves, they are going to destroy you. It doesn't matter how long it takes. You cannot cover the truth. The truth is light. You can never, ever cover it. For any single lie you have told, you will need 1,000 lies to back it up. Only the truth can stand the test of time. When you come out, you peddle lies against the Deputy Prime Minister. You peddle lies against Mazi Simon Ever, the Prime Minister. You peddle lies against Mazi Nandekam. You are actually lying and destroying yourself. You think it's about them. It is not about them. I have said it time and time again, that this freedom we are talking about is about humanity. It's about our generation unborn. It is not about Mazi Nandekam, Mazi Simon Ever, or Dr. NgoziOrabueze. That is why it is being said that injustice against one is injustice against all. Because it has not happened to you today, doesn't mean it won't happen to you tomorrow. Because you think you are in a better stance today, you are not yet feeling the heat, doesn't mean it won't happen to you. The victors of yesterday are victim today. The victors of today might be victim tomorrow. And the victors of tomorrow might be victim next tomorrow. And that is how it continues to happen. It's just a question of time. Question of time, it will get to your table. That is why whenever you see an injustice, speak up. Speak up. If you refuse to speak when an injustice is happening, or when a lie is being told, it is going to get to your tongue. Definitely, it will get to your tongue. I saw a blackmail that the lordship, the fallen angels are pushing against our Deputy Prime Minister. They went and they began to pull out old pictures. The pictures that was taken by the Deputy Prime Minister, Dr. NgoziOrabueze, when she was in the Nigerian government trying to make things better. You see, these people are shameless. These are people that has never had a career. They have never had a career in the past. But you have the guts to begin to talk against somebody that has a career, that has built a career for herself for a long time. When you see them speak, you see them speaking from angle that I do not know. Dr. NgoziOrabueze has been in the forefront of good governance for a long time. She has been in the forefront to pursue politics to make sure that things goes better. Even while she was in Nigeria, she was able to float a political party. She created a political party with someone else. They floated a political party to make things better while she was in Nigeria. She floated a political party, all in the name of trying to make Nigeria better. The same thing that people have done, right from Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe to Adi Ironsi, to our eternal leader, Dim Odumojukwu, to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, to Mazi Simon Ekpa, and today to Dr. NgoziOrabueze. Every single one of them have at one point in time worked inside Nigeria to make Nigeria a better place. Our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, was the chief campaign manager of Peter Obi and Atiku during the election. That was when he thought, maybe somehow, through politics, this can get better. Our Prime Minister was participating actively. Chairman of the Diaspora Committee of Atiku Abubakar and Peter Obi. He participated actively. And he has also participated and won an award for Nigeria while he was still in the zoo. Some of you saw when he returned those awards. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu also was an active member of ABGA, promoted it, politics to see if things can be straightened. But when he saw it doesn't work, he walked away. Our eternal leader, Dim Odumojukwu, came back after exile, established ABGA, joined the political party to see if things can work. It never worked. And today, somebody is going to dig out a picture of where Dr. NgoziOrabueze was working inside Nigeria in the past to make things work. And then now they came and bring that and say it is today activity. They bring it today to blackmail her and say she's sick. These are a bunch of clowns and idiots. Bunch of clowns and idiots. And every sensible Biafra is supposed to know that that very video they pulled out, that very picture, shows how credible, how strong, how effective Dr. NgoziOrabueze is. She has a personality. A woman that has been able to float a political party to make things better. A woman that has worked in the corridors of power. Last time they came and she said she's a member of People's Club. Do you know what it takes for somebody to belong to People's Club? Do you know what it takes? Do you know what it takes for one to attempt to that height of being part of that group? They say she has an NGO sponsored enough. Do you know what it takes to float an effective NGO to touch lives across the whole of Nigeria? And now you bring a picture of our deputy prime minister when she was politicking in Nigeria, and you think that that is a blackmail. That is actually a promotion. That's supposed to be a promotion to show that she has not started working for humanity today. She has been working right from time to see if Nigeria can be salvaged. But it is impossible to salvage Nigeria. Impossible. Absolutely impossible. That is why when I come here, I tell you that Nigeria is irredeemable. It doesn't matter who is there. Go and bring the highest Messiah on the planet Earth and bring that person into Nigeria. It will never, ever change anything. Instead, it will be worse. Even if Christ appeared in Nigeria today, Nigeria will never be better because it was not meant to be in the first place. And today, they push that line. Last time, they went and brought a picture where Dr. NgoziOrabueze and some other nurses, people who they were together in the United States, either as nurses of Nigeria or whatever, and they begin to put that picture. They say, look at here, Deputy Prime Minister promoting Nigeria, wearing Nigeria. Idiocy. These are a bunch of clowns. In every of this thing they are pulling out, it shows that our Deputy Prime Minister, Dr. Ngozi, has a personality. She is somebody that has worked for herself. She is somebody who has engaged in several things. And let me tell you, take it or leave it. For you to be able to fight effectively in this struggle, you must be in the corridors of power. You must have had experience of what it looks like to be in that corridors of power. Every single thing they are bringing as blackmail today is showing that Dr. Ngozi Orabueze has been in leadership for a long time, running affairs to make sure that things get better in the life of human beings, either as a Biafran or non-Biafran. Even while she was a one Nigerian, she was working effectively to make things better. Until it became clear to her, just like Mazi Nandekano, just like Mazi Samareba, that Nigeria is irredeemable. And today, she is the Deputy Prime Minister of the United States of Biafra. And people are bringing out irrelevant issues to distract you and I. And some of you are paying attention. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It is sad. It is sad. It is sad that some people are paying attention to those idiots. But I bet you, Biafran, you should be glad that we have somebody like the Deputy Prime Minister in the aim of affair today. You should be glad. These people that are blackmailing her has no portfolio. Every single one of them that are blackmailing our Deputy Prime Minister do not have any portfolio. They have not worked in any organization before. Even a private organization, they have not been there. They didn't serve even when they were in one Nigerians, which every one of us at the point in time was in that Nigeria. Either you schooled in Nigeria, you studied in Nigeria, we joined many organizations in Nigeria. These people that are blackmailing their problem has never participated or played any role in anybody's life, whether inside Biafra or outside Biafra. They have not known what it is to pursue sanity or to pursue the defense of humanity or to help humanity. They have never participated in any. Today they want to show muscle with Biafra without experience. These people, from their leader to the last, has no experience anyway. There is no portfolio. They can't show us any portfolio. I challenge every one of them. Let them come and tell us their qualification, their portfolio, where they have operated, their level of education, where they have operated, the organization where they have run and functioned. Let them come and tell us. None of them has a portfolio, not even one. But today, they have the boldness simply because they have their phone, smartphone, simply because Biafra restoration have created an opportunity for them. Because of lack of manpower, the people that are leading are using everything available with them, just like Mazi Nandekano did. He used everything available with him. The available people he used, Mazi Samareba, he used things available with him, and today, Dr. Ngozi Orabueze is still using things available with him, and I believe many people are still going to drop. As we graduate, it is stage by stage, people are still going to drop. Many people are still going to drop. And when it gets to your time to drop, it's either you drop quietly or you continue to push your propaganda and blackmail to destroy yourself the moment. My fellow Biafrans, the only thing that can stand the test of time is the truth. And whatever thing you are doing today, you think is an attack against the Deputy Prime Minister. Sorry. You are destroying yourself. And I bet you, if you do not change while you have time, you might not have that opportunity to change anymore. You're welcome, my beloved brother Greg. Thank you so much for joining. Let's hear you, my brother Greg. Go ahead and speak to us. Let's hear you.
Yeah. Good morning, Jess.
Good morning.
And good morning, Biafra. I hope all is well. Thank God this morning. Yes, we will continue. We will not stop until they leave us alone. So, yeah, I can see your program this morning and all what you have been preaching. We thank God that you are still strong. We thank God for the for the life of all Biafrans. We thank God for our leader, Nnamdi Kanu. We thank God for Simon Ekpa, DrNgoziOrabueze, and all the cabinets. We continue praying for them and praying for all the Biafrans. And we know, because He promised us, whatever I hear you say, that I will do for you. So, ya na ozi olu anyị na anyị chọrọ ka anyị nwere onwe anyị. Anyị chọrọ ọbịa bụ ihe anyị na-ayọ. Otu o si wee debe anyị asị ndị Biafra, ya hapụ anyị otu ahụ. Ya tọghapụ anyị n'ọgbụ with ndị Naịjirịa. Ndị Naịjirịa nọrọ onwe ha ka anyị nọrọ onwe anyị. Yes, you know, I can start from the judge in the first place. The judges that are rejecting the case of our leader Nnamdi Kanu, the one that still have conscience. You know, in everything, there are people that their conscience still work.
Yes.
There's people that their conscience is not dead. And those ones, their conscience are still working. Shows the kind of family where they come from, shows the kind of children they have and the ones they will continue having. Because injustice is not just injustice you did to anybody. It's an automatic cause to a generation. But the point there is people don't understand it. At anytime you take a football and you hit it on the wall, it must surely come back. God never sleeps. He places everything the way He wants it and how He wants it and when He wants it. So we are looking up to the one that accepted that He will take up the case. Yesterday I was with Go 247. We talked about this matter. So, it's only in Nigeria that justice, people drink injustice like water. It is only in Nigeria that in every aspect, even in the church, injustice flow like ocean, like a flowing water. You remember when one time in a Catholic church, one Catholic priest in the Yoruba land want to bound the Igbo song in his parish, that there will be no more Igbo song in his parish.
Exactly, I remember. You're right.
Injustice. In this place we are living, we have African congregation. Some Ghana, from Togo, some Benin, come. So at a point where we love to sing Igbo song, and we ask them, we sing Igbo song and English. We tell the Ghanaian people, can you teach us how to sing your Ghana song? Can the Benin people, can you teach us how to sing Benin, this thing? All of them decline. But when you sing Igbo song, they will rise and say, always Igbo song, always Igbo song. Okay, teach us the one you know. Is it French? They will not. But those who want to hear that your Igbo song, and they don't want to teach anyone, they don't want to lead in anything. So that is what we are talking about. So it's in Africa, in Nigeria, it is in every corner, injustice. So this thing is coming every corner, in the lockout. In the lockout where people will go. And they hope to get injustice if they did not do anything wrong. Even when they did anything wrong, that thing they did wrong have standard of justice that and penalty that they will pay for that. They will not give you if it is a fine, because you commit a crime. If the crime that they're supposed to give you 1,000 euro or 500 euro, when they look at you, they, because of injustice, and give you 10,000. When they know it, there is nowhere in the law that the place that any person that commits such a crime will pay 10,000. That is the kind of thing that you see in Nigeria. So we look forward to see, because they were interviewing one Igbo man. They say he's the former Attorney General of Imo State. So they were interviewing him yesterday. Ugo 247 brought that brought his interview. So the person who was interviewing him was asking him, if are you going to which judge will hold that case? He said he doesn't want to say the name. So it's like the name, they're hiding the name of the judge that's supposed to preside over Nnamdi Kanu's case. So if it's in the law, the land that is the law that is working, how can you come out to the media and the national television, and you're hiding the name of a judge that will preside over a case of that caliber that international community is interested to hear? The man is not, he could not call the name, he's afraid or whatever, I don't know. He said they're looking forward to say that will not come out for him. So that will show the kind of country that we are. So if the Nigeria can even go and carry one mechanic and put him in the law in the courtroom, and for him to present still there as a judge and pronounce a case without a name, they can do it. There's nothing that is impossible in Nigeria. So that is why the man was hiding a name. So when you talk about what our people is passing through and the ones we are causing ourselves, when people who pass through all this kind of injustice against their land, against their women and children, against everything, and they still turn against themselves, passing the same injustice against themselves, even as many as them that agree, no, we have to come together and fight for this injustice and come out of this country that play a lot of injustice. Then you see people attaching interest, much interest above that freedom they are looking for. Instead of me not to get my interest, let that freedom not come. That is what some of them are doing today. If it is not me, if I'm not that, if I'm not in the show, if I'm not on the screen, if I'm not in the forefront, it can never work. Why must it be so person that will lead me? With experience and without experience, with vision and without vision. Even the one that cannot even write their name, they want to be on top of those ones that can write their name. That is the kind of injustice and the things you see in that contraction. And people want to still bring it in Biafra agitation. Today, DPMDrNgoziOrabueze is piloting because of the same thing they did to Simon Ekpa. They want to do to her now. Tagging her terrorists, tagging USB terrorists, tagging people who are fighting for freedom terrorists, laying accusations and lying, thinking that they're doing it to DPMDrNgoziOrabueze. Number one is, if you lie against any person and you think either you succeed or you did not succeed, but that person have laid a cause to him or herself, that is why I cannot be a party to any person that lie against anybody. And when I watch this lady, DPMDrNgoziOrabueze, the only thing she continues saying about the person who started all this left wing or anyhow is that we called them several meetings, they could not come. And when he said that he using his money, there was no money to pay for the things we are going to do. After this, we asked him to come and do account. Let him state account record so that if we are owing him, we know. And he refused. And all of a sudden, they run out. The woman have never come one day and said that this man Ogen Kere stole money or did not steal money. The only thing is, let that be a check and balance so that we will know how much we have if we are owing you. And all these lies started pumping out from every corner. Even the people that followed her to raise this alarm, not knowing that they were raising this alarm because they have special interest. So it is now. That's what I was saying last time, that this time they are all gathering as like gathering of the vultures. All their interests will not do what? Will not come out, except if they succeed in pulling this government down. But if they do not succeed, they will not fight each other now. They can only fight each other only if they succeed. Then he will know the ones who doesn't want. There are some of them that want Biafra, but they want to be on to lead it. Whether they know the job or they don't even know the job. Whether they know they are left or if they don't know they are left or right. Whether they know the thing they're supposed to do or they don't know the thing they're supposed to do, they want to be the leader. There is the one that betrayed the Biafra agitation and taking money already. That's one that doesn't want Biafra at all, but pretending to want Biafra because they cannot come and tell you, no, we don't want Biafra. It's not possible. They cannot come and tell you that somebody is paying us to stop Biafra. It's not possible. So they will pretend to be the best right-hand person of Mazen Simon Ekpa, and they want to be on the right, on the closest person to the person that is leading this movement, whom they know that person is real. So when they did not succeed to be in his left or his right, they will make sure they fight to destroy it. So that is the game. But many Biafrans don't even know. Those that are following them, some are following them because Choose is my own friend, and why are they not allowing him to be the Biafra information minister? If he go to Ogenkere, I will follow him to Ogenkere because he's my friend, and they're supposed to make him the information minister. So if and not knowing whether if you have any interest, special interest, not thinking if you are able to hold that position, not thinking that your qualification and your moral aspect of everything. But that person is my friend, that person is my colleague. Anywhere he go, I moved with him. So that is what is playing out in this very things you see. That's why they are lying. Every day they bring out one lie or the other against an innocent woman that did them nothing. They will go to the extent of going to personal life. If they go to personal life, it not work them with them. They will go to bring a picture. Maybe they will still go to the time she was 18 years in Nigeria, or maybe when she was still in secondary school. They will go and bring them out and tell you that she was a Bangladesh son girlfriend only just to destroy her image. So never you think that they are going to stop. They're not going to stop because all of them have different interests and they don't have conscience. They will always lie in order to know if they will achieve their goal. So the only thing we will continue doing is telling the Biafrans that what these people are doing is not truth, and what they are doing is not right. They are not doing it to Dr. Ngozi, they are doing it to me. So any lie they lied against her, they lied against me as well. Any person that called USB terrorist, that person called me as well terrorist, not just the Dr. Ngozi or the government, because that is my own government. If you call Biafra terrorist, you're calling me terrorist because I'm a Biafra. So that is what some people don't understand. Maybe some are still, I see the thing that people, what do you call it? Aludo posted the Biafra army that posted support to the United States of Biafra support. Some people will start commenting, these people are not a real army. This one, they just go and carry people and put the uniform. It's not looking at Biafra army. They are hungry. They don't stand like a Biafra army. They are standing like people that doesn't have training. Only just to put this achievement down. to make people not to support what is going on. So that is it. And the thing they're doing, Dr. NgoziOrabueze is already made. If you, the only thing, the ones you can do, if you say, no, I don't want to do this thing today, she will live very fine. She's okay. She's not there. She's at the level of managing. No, she's not managing life. She's perfectly okay. So what do you think that you're doing to the woman? So if she spend her money and time trying to make things okay, the Biafran is supposed to appreciate her. Instead, people who cannot do anything, the money she has put from January now, maybe from January to this time, many of them that since the entered agitation, that many of them have not put that kind of money in this agitation. Many that have entered this agitation for the past, let's say, for the past 3 years, maybe the money she have put on her from her pocket from that 29th November to this day, maybe majority of them, they have not put that kind of money, and they're attacking the woman for no reason. So my brother, it is terrible. So what you are saying is the perfect truth. He was one Nigerianist. Everybody was one Nigeria fighting to make sure that Nigeria work. And since Nigeria did not work, then all of us, they know, since Nigeria did not work, we have to fight for our own freedom. Let other people go. Let's discuss how to come out of Nigeria and fight for our own. And that is exactly what Dr. NgoziOrabueze is doing. She was once a Nigerian and fighting for Nigeria to change. And Nigeria did not want to change. Then she dumped them and said, no, I have to fight only for the interest of my people. So where is crying and what is crying about it? So any person that bringing any picture or anything about one Nigeria, that person is a fool. That person have not even hold any position or think about how Nigeria will go. Some of them were among people that destroy even Nigeria. Because some of them who were doing a lot of criminality in Nigeria, you will not even know what they did. That's what I used to tell them here, because majority of us will find ourselves here. We don't know each other before. So majority of people committed a lot of crime in Nigeria before they came to Europe, abroad, and living. They will not come and tell you we committed anything, except if there is anything that happened. And then they will say, this guy was in such and such a person. So everybody that is here was once one Nigeria. She was once in fighting for Nigeria, but Nigeria cannot work. She saw it on her own and said, no, I have to only fight for my people now. So there is not see anything crying on it. So any person that parading any propaganda against her, that person is a fool. And that person doesn't have anything, and it will not hold any water. That is my own contribution to this. So any lie against her is a lie against me and against any true Biafran, and we will not accept it. We continue to debunk them, and we will continue to fight against all their lies, and they will not succeed. That is my honest submission this time. Thank you.
Thank you so much, my beloved brother Greg. I appreciate you for that amazing contribution. You have spoken well, and I appreciate you for that very, very wonderful contribution. I can see my beloved brother Maxwell there. Max, if you're there, let's hear from you, my brother Max. Let's hear your contribution. If you're there, Max, let's hear from you, bro Max. Unmute yourself if you're there. I think, bro Max, are you there?
Yes, sir. I'm here.
Okay. Sorry, I didn't know. I've not even brought you on stage and I was shouting. Go ahead, my brother.
Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Good morning to Namoche Craig. Hello, Tede Dede. Ono Tole. Good morning. Yes, sir. Good morning to each and every one of you in the comment section. Those that are going to join us, and I would like you, as you are joining, please like and share. I've just shared my own, and I believe that one of my Nemoche will will come to listen to us. May God, who we worship all the time, is already with us, and there is nothing the enemies within and outside will do to the United States of Biafra. And Lady Madam, you must bow, that is presiding over it. Look, there is something that this people doesn't understand. Ndị Igbo si onye a na-achị akpa ya kara aka, ọ ya nwa ka a na-achị. You see these people that are running this smear campaign, this propaganda, and this campaign of calumny, lies, and whatever against Dr. NgoziOrabueze. They are also Biafrans. When people are laughing at your own brother or your own sister because of your critique, destructive criticism that you are engaged in, it is you also that they are laughing. When they succeed in eliminating your own through your own actions, you will be next. It is better that two are fighting than one person fighting the enemy, no matter how bad it is. And this is the reason why I encourage them that this act of selfishness that they have adopted simply because they just want to head any political post will not lead them anywhere, rather destruction. There is nothing, no lies that you are going to propagate against an innocent person that is going to fly. It will not fly. The more you run this campaign of lies against Dr. NgoziOrabueze, the more you propel her into greater heights. And Biafra, the coming of Biafra, whether the Biafra will come through her while she is presiding, or when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu or someone else will come out, glory be to God. But I would have preferred that the foreign recognition and complete recognition of the sovereign state of Biafra is done under her, so that all of you can go and hung transformer.
Yes, sir.
So that you will go and fall into the Gulf of Guinea and drown yourself there. When you see someone who is doing something, tell me, since the time Mazi Simon Ekpa was invited and isolated from Biafrans, what have you people done if not this, running this campaign of calumny that you people are running? Running this smear propaganda just to tarnish the image of that particular person that is leading. She's a woman, so what? So what? I gave you instances of a lady here in those days when lizards were few on earth, in line with our Igbo adage. Yeah, Santua, I said it. Ellen Johnson Sirleaf of Liberia was a woman, not a man. Margaret Thatcher, irrespective of what he did against the Biafran people, was a woman. The one in Italy, the prime minister there, I think, is a woman. Which one are you going to call? The Abba market women that came out and fought the British against taxation. Were they not women? Why will you now come and use her gender to sideline her, imposing someone with a very broad nose? Have you people seen that boy's nose? Somebody that is not articulative, somebody that cannot even express himself Someone that doesn't have the clout, the temerity, the vim to stand. Someone that slangs as if he is a born American. Someone that cannot defend you. Someone that was chased around by a zoo journalist that couldn't take a stand there. I was here before you. You made me here to interview me simply because I mentioned Biafra. Then you could have shown Biafrans what you have in you. You cannot give what you don't have. Okay, you can't give what you don't have. The qualities of a leader is not in you. You don't have it. I led people when I started leading soldiers in section 10. I graduated when they gave me sergeant 30. 30. That is a platoon. And with WO2 that I am appointed as well, that will be a company. I will lead over 120 soldiers. You must go for that course. Even with the course that I went to, I will not be able to do what Madam You Must Bow is doing now. I am proud to say I am one of her supporters. And I sincerely believe that what she needs is not this smear campaign against him and cheap propaganda, going to the internet to say lies against your own person. Against your own person. I expected you people to just leave her alone. If you can't support her, leave her alone to do her things. Let her do her things. Leave her alone. She didn't do anything bad. Mazi Chooks, you played a video here that she will be bringing the videos one after the other. When Simon Ekpa, the Prime Minister, made appointment, the board, that board was to, see to it that Biafra is redeclared. And immediately Biafra is redeclared, what is the use of the Biafran government in exile? What is the use? You are a country. You have declared a country. And she is making efforts for recognition. Instead of you to, die your pride, you are there attacking her. You are attacking yourself. Oh, mmiri na-ama ohu, ọ na-ama onye kpọ ya. Mmiri na-ama ohu, ọ ga-amakwa onye kpọ ya. Our land is under occupation. You saw what happened on the road that day. People that you have nothing in common with, blocking your own road, your ancestral roads. Your governors that are very, very vocal when it comes to Biafran agitators, when it comes to Biafrans, when it comes to the United States of Biafra. And some of them too could not do anything. Some of them that have taken a different path, they couldn't do anything. Your governors cannot do anything. They left our people in the basis of these terrorist guys that are in our forests. They can't protect them. Instead of you to join hands to fight the existential problem at hand, you are there fighting your own brothers and sisters, calling them names, including me. You are making a very grievous mistake. We know all of you. We won't do you anything, but we'll remind you what you have just said. Your actions and inactions against the United States of Biafra and that lady, that great daughter of Biafra that is presiding over it. And I'm going to round up with this. Everybody that is listening to my voice this morning, do not take cognizance on whatever that they are doing. People that have abandoned God and begin to throw eggs, are they the people that you are going to work with? People in the other time, they were praising Chukwu Okike Abiama. The other time, they are on the other side breaking bottles, eating bottles, and breaking eggs. Is that the kind of person that I'm going to? Is that the group of people that I will follow? I will not follow them. I rather stay on my own than to follow such people. If there are no other, if there were nothing like United States of Biafra as led by Dr. DPMDrNgoziOrabueze, I urge each and every one of you to make them shame, to shame them. Support. Contribute, no matter how small, so that she will have a fiscal space to operate. You are a government. We are in government right now. So the governmental, nomenclatures is what I am going to use. So I don't want to use whatever. I'm using the fiscal space now for her to operate, because she is running a government. If you don't contribute, she will not have that liberty to do what she's supposed to do, and the work will be difficult for her. We need your support, my support, your support, and everyone's support, so that we will get what we want. Forget about these people that are making this noise. They say the empty drum makes the most noise. When you go to the social media, you see them, that is what they do. The only thing they do is not to devise solution. The only thing they do is to tell you how he collected money. Tomorrow, don't be surprised that they will tell you that the Saudi Arabian man, the king, is the father of Dr. DPMDrNgoziOrabueze. Don't be surprised. You go see him. You accuse him of opening bank account with those of you that live in Islamic world. Are you not opening account with them? Are you not? Have they killed you simply because you are not part of them? Is it not a personal business that people are doing? Do you think that they will compromise their own business to whatever you people, nonsense that you people are propagating on social media? The less I speak about these people, the sense it makes to me, because they don't have that time. I will not devote such time, talking about them. I will always speak concerning the support. We are a government. If they want to, let them sue the government. Whatever infractions they believe that have done, that must have been done, let them go to court, and we will meet them there. We have very serious problem at hand to solve, not these people that are going everywhere in social media, opening spaces and talking trash and speaking gibberish about a great lady that is there, that Prophet Mazen Nnamdi Kanu spoke about. People that will not value their own women, people that will not value what God has given to them. Why do you think that I will value you? You are nobody to me, and you are nobody where I am. Dr. DPMDrNgoziOrabueze must remain until something else happens. But as it is now, she is the leader of the United States of Biafra. Get it into your thick skull and allow her to do her job. Thank you, and God bless you, Massachusetts.
Thank you so much, my beloved brother Max. I appreciate you for that amazing contribution. Thank you so much. You have spoken well, and I believe Biafrans are listening. I can see, I welcome, I think that person there should be DPMDrNgoziOrabueze, because I see that is your logo there is the same, but the name is changed. Is that DPMDrNgoziOrabueze there?
Yes, it's me.
Okay. I saw a different name. Pardon?
I said let them please speak. When I back, I will then call you again.
Okay. So I can see my beloved brother. I can see my beloved brother Max Christian. Thank you so much, my beloved brother Christian. Thank you for joining us. Welcome you on today's program, and you can give us your opening remark, and let's kick it off from there. Go on, my beloved brother, Christian. Take the mic.
Okay, Rogers, good morning.
Good morning, my brother. Welcome.
Yeah, greetings to everybody. Bra Akonyo Talo, Bra Mas, and everybody in the studio and outside the studio. Udo Dilonyo, my brother. So, Udo one Udo. So obviously, because of my time schedule, you know, so but whenever I have the opportunity, I come into, you know, I hear or contribute. So I suppose we are still on the general situation pushing, my brother Chooks, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah, we are in general situation, but today we are focusing on a topic which says only the truth can stand the test of time. And then we emphasize on the attack on Deputy Prime Minister, because there is the latest one they are doing now. They went and pulled out the picture she took when she was in politics. There was a time she floated a political party in Nigeria. Then she sponsored and floated a political party with one other person. They were two. So they went and pulled out that very picture they took in those days. Just like our eternal leader floated Abga.
Yeah.
Mazi Nandekan also supported Abga. Mazi Simon Ekpa supported PDP under Atiku Abubakar and Peter Obi. So now they went and pulled our Deputy Prime Minister's picture where she was standing up for her own party that she created. She floated a party with one other guy there. Then they pulled the prime. They were now pushing a propaganda that it's just something that happened yesterday. That why she's the Deputy Prime Minister, she's still organizing a meeting with the Biafra, she's sponsoring Biafra politics. You know, those kind of useless, baseless propaganda they are pushing. So those are the two things we are tackling today. Go ahead, my brother.
It's amazing. It is amazing, bro. Because to be honest with you, stuff has been going around for some time. I don't know. It's just sad, really, that if they have nothing to say, nothing negative, they try to dig out stuff and they assume that the Biafrans will be cajoled into believing their falsehood. I don't know. But again, because for me, I've heard certain things, but for me, I don't base my argument on allegations. So, a lot has been said about this, Fulani this, Fulani that, blah, blah, blah. But at the end of the day, I always say that the person you marry or whatever, or it's nobody's business. So, even though, okay, for me, right, if you become a public figure, you know, and because that is what Ngozi that is what she is now. She's a public figure, you know, so either by design or accident, whatever it is, when you are a public figure, few things will be any more private when it comes to that is just the nature of the beast, you know. So but again, it doesn't determine whether you are good to go to lead or not. It just doesn't. What determines, in my estimation, is your conduct and the result, what you are doing. So if you are doing something that is moving the movement forward, it's okay with me. It doesn't matter, whatever. Everybody have a past. Everybody have history, right? So even Nandekano, before he became what he became, he was a one Nigerianist. He was preaching in London on how to get Nigeria working again, if you know what I mean. Same goes for PM, you know. So I don't know why people, where this whole thing is coming from, that everybody have history. Everybody have past until you come to certain realization and you move a different direction. So, but for you, Brachus, because obviously you're an insider, so I don't know. I thought about it, like to ask you if there's any validity to the notion of having, I don't know, again, it doesn't matter if somebody marries anybody.
She answered that very question in her last broadcast. that she has a Fulani son and all that. She said it. She doesn't even have a son. She has 4 daughters.
Oh my goodness.
She doesn't even have a son. She has 4 daughters. And you see them peddling all these lies. She had a Fulani son for so these are, but she answered it in last program, in her last speech.
Okay, I didn't
She was answering a question with the defense minister.
Yeah, I did.
4 days ago. She answered it.
Okay. So obviously,
propaganda lies.
Yeah. So obviously, this is also why it's important to uproot these rumors, this false narrative, to uproot them from the back. Because, frankly, if you ignore it and just believe that it doesn't matter, people buy into it, and sometimes it becomes like it causes a great problem. So it's good that we try and deal with these things because people are listening too, So, like I said, it's very important to let Biafrans know that these people are just bunch of disgruntled individuals. They have nothing to offer. They lack capacity. All they do is try to pull you down, put somebody down, and that is very unfortunate. So, yeah, that is it. That is just, it's good that you've also enlightened me, because not that it matters to me, but at least public figures, certain things are made public about them. So, because for now, she's in charge, she's leading, and like I always said, we have to continue to pray and to give her the support. And if you are doubtful in any way, shape, or form, you just watch, try to observe what she's doing, the results, and stuff like that. So that's all you can do. If you're a genuine Biafran that wants freedom, the zoo is collapsing every day. Even though people, they continue to patch. For how long will you continue to manage or to patch Nigeria? It's unworkable. Never, ever gonna work. Never. So thank you so much. I'll just hang around and listen. Thank you, my brother.
Thank you so much, my brother. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for that immense quick contribution. Fellow Biafrans, every one of us should pay attention. Don't listen to this program. They have one question you should be asking these people anytime they come out. Ask them, since Mazi Simon Ekpa was taken out from our midst, what projects have they put in place since all this while? Mazi Simon Ekpa gave an assignment that after declaration, what we are supposed to do is spelled out in black and white. What we are supposed to do is spelled out in black and white. Pursue recognition and restoration of Biafra on the ground. That is what we have. And why that very declaration was made is for us to generate documents that will enable us to legitimize Biafran government and delegitimize Nigerian government. But today, how are they legitimizing Biafran government? They don't even want to go into that direction. They are doing everything possible to delegitimize Biafran government and continue to legitimize Nigerian government. It is sad, but still some people ignorantly are paying attention to them. Mazi Simon Ekpa spelled it out that we will generate it. I still have the video. I have played it several times. Maybe if you want me to play it again, I will play it. Where Mazi Simon Ekpa explain what we will do after declaration. Have they been doing that? None of it have been done. Instead, they are working against that. And still, some people are paying attention to their nonsense. It is sad. Go ahead, my beloved brother Maxwell.
You see, Mazi Chicks and Nnamoche's brother Nnamoche Christian. You see, let me tell you one thing. Before we become agitators of Biafra, all of us were fighting for one Nigeria.
Yeah.
Me, the reason why I put my camera on is for those mumus, ndocho, those ndocho, to see my face. Let them see my face very well, because I've been coming out here showing myself everywhere on social media. And some of them are sending the videos to me, asking me, please, Oga, calm down. Why will I calm down? The same corruption, the same stupidity, same intimidation against the Southern Kaduna people was the reason why we left. Exactly. It's not just only me. All of us one time in our life, before Biafra came, before Wazirike came,
and
before
my brother,
came,
before you continue, do you know that those things they are bringing out is even to the advantage of our people that are ruling us? Because these people have a portfolio. These people that are talking against them, they don't have any portfolio. They have never served anywhere. Not as a Nigerian, not even in their own private home, not in their family, not even in their private life. But you are talking against people that have portfolio, that you can trace and see where they have run affairs in leadership and done something. You are bringing it out and you think that you are working against them. It is so sad. Go ahead, my brother.
You see, all of us, we were there. 18 years of my service, where were they? We protected that flag, green, white, green, and that name given by that criminal Lugard and the side chick. We protected it. Some of us died in the process. I collected gunshot wounds in Liberia for it, protecting that entity. But when we discovered that, no, this thing wouldn't work, we cannot continue to be in a system that is keeping us on the ground. When you try to move, you keep you on the ground. That was the reason why, when the likes of Wazirike then came, the awareness of the Biafra of the old started resonating into our brain. It was there, but we couldn't do anything as at that time. All of them that are doing, that is why I call it campaign of calumny. That is what I call it. That is what they are doing. They have nothing, no message to offer. That is why they are bringing all these things now. Look, I think, is it in Ephesians? It said, all things work for good to them that love God. Whether it is bad or good, consider. Let me tell you, there is one story my stepfather used to say when we were in the zoo in Aba State currently. He said, a man, a very rich man, listen to me carefully, a very rich man had everything, went to a Dibia, telling the Dibia, look, Dibia, I have everything that I want. My wife is beautiful, I have beautiful children, I have what, I have cows, I have ehibu and the rest of them. Okoko, fowls and everything. The only thing I want is for you now to do or for me, or more for that everything from now on that is going to be happening to me will be all blessings, 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 blessings. Onyedibia, turn around and look at the man. He said, are you serious? He said, yes, I'm serious. Do it for me so that my family will be protected, so that nothing bad will happen to me. Onyedibia, the Dibia man now raised up his offer, raised it up and brought it on the ground, hit the ground and say, Ihoma me, Ihonjo me, Ihoma me, Ihonjo me, Ihoma me, Ihonjo me. The rich man said, why? The rich man said, why? I didn't come here for you to do Ihoma me, Ihonjo me. I came here for you to let Ihoma begin to happen in my house. The Dibia say, you are a useless man. If every time good things are happening to you, how will you do when evil befall you? See, whatever these people are doing, one way or the other is very, very advantageous to each and every one of us. If they are accusing Dr. NgoziOrabueze of being floating a politician, a Nigerian politician before, is she still the Nigerian politician today? What of me? What of you, Mazi Chooks? Have you not once in your life supported Nigeria? So must you now come back because I have fallen apart with you? Then you will now use it against me. That is act of foolishness. That is an act of imbecility and buffoonery. Make I put them like that. They don't have no message. That is the reason why they are doing what we call forum shopping. That's what they are doing, where they can just gather things and put it out there and to cause confusion. but we have grown past those, we've grown past that stage, unless those that don't know them and what they can do, that will listen to them. For someone like me, over my dead body will I listen to such cheap propaganda and nonsensicality? Thank you.
Massachusetts. Massachusetts. Yeah. Do we stay on this topic, or can I digress a little bit to something else?
Let's others contribute on this. Then when it gets your turn again, you can equally put in any other thing.
Good. All right.
Yeah. So Akonyo, are you back? Is Akonyo back now?
I'm back. Good morning.
Okay, good morning. You're welcome. Go ahead.
Good morning, Uncle Christian, Greg,
morning, my brother.
Dr. Maswa. I will speak in Igbo parlance today. I will speak in Igbo parlance. Seriously. So the reason why I get this one is that all guy relate with my name will change. Now to start with. Because
I beg, pronounce that name you change. I couldn't pronounce it well.
Yeah, but indigenous name in the Ebonyi.
Okay.
Anywhere go. Is our progenitor. Anywhere go, anywhere. Any is 3 words. Any elephant. Where in my language is get. Ego means where they are farming, that in the land, the whole land. So that is what it is. So, even the kuna, if we high the will I call them the coup plot and the plot through this thing on India. Una get believe him na has succeed to go. Has succeed to go na the structure hand right to be pushing. And in the state in my reason. If all these guys they don't cover these things after the occasion in Latin land, the declaration. Majority of them the people now, but those ones the lukewarms, now I retrace our step back on the antecedents of things. Fugoronu sigolata ngozi puo. Ha puo. Ihe ga state mgbe ha lapụ bụla ngozi amaghị eme. Now ịpụzi eje ebe amazi eme. Abịakwanye gị time ka ime ihe ahụ ifiri na ndị ahụ ijekwuru makwa eme. Ị hapụkwa ihe ijekwara ebe ahụ imekwa ege larịkwa n'ekpuru ngozi l'ọnụ. Ọnụ ahụrụ ekpuru ya l'ọnụ. Ọnụ ahụrụ ekpuru ya l'ọnụ. Ihe ọbụla o kwuru ekpuru ya l'ọnụ. My brothers and sisters, ndị ọzọ dị iberibe, mme abụghị m onye iberibe. Ime onwe ofu okwu nlada ekwu ebe every day. Okwu ahụ nla ekwu, enwere ka a ga-esi tụlee ya, asị na o sokwa, mana ọ bụghị ya bụ ihe niile. Mana ndị nwe m na ndị nwe. Okwu enwe bụ ihe niile. Enwe alụ m ga-agbakwara gị tata ọ dị the truth. Efuru ọ bụ na anyị chọrọ ime propaganda, I told him they are saga about these people. He told him I put that to the day and today was saga for you personify here the person. Now before he made the saga, he got go dig out information on ya. He book here, he let me get the man in the he had been nam dilemme molly cook. Only a bula follow nam the amount can the mother does follow ya. What he follow ya? The reason no kosi kuoku ya boku ni no kuti ne curriculum. Gifo not only mega attack even namdi. Mumboji fast ya, mboji go fast ya. And all ku ola akwaga ko le ti gebe lada. So mbosai le kuoku genkere. You send the instigate mob na the investigation, you get me one naked. Get the information ni no get with the fact. Ile kwuya ile agba oburu ndi no na paper receipt ile agbanye because ihe ndị ala emebi ihe ndị ụka nna anyị believe ikwereli ihe mana itinye ihe ahụ anya faith and believe the selling point ndị ụka ihe anyị na-eme ebe a now and ihe abụghị oge nkiri ha na-eme na ngozi mere na enweghị jos wọbish ka a na-egosi and ha kwanyego anyị na kịta ha na ọzọ ha na-enwe obi aṅụle na ha na-enyezi anyị tọpik anyị nwala asịla anyị na-enye ha tọpik anyị aghọrọ ndị onye ndị ara ịga ihu ịga azụ so ebe anyị sị na anyị na-emeta ya anyị fesi one thing ile ewepụta oputa panel nọ in series o tere aka iwepụta ya ịgbanye the video ndị bịara na platfọm gị akọwaa ya onye ọbụla akọwaa ka o siri mara dị ozi ọma fọdadị adịrị ịma na ebe a na-ekwu eziokwu ndị mmadụ ada na ebe anwa ibido program before mbata nche nke ndị lezi ubi ọda agafe 40 because ada akụ asịrị but I continue na akụba asịrị now efu ha juwela platform gị ka aba nụrụ ihe mnwa na-ekwu na ihe brọda masụ kwuru ka e were ihe kọtụọ ya mee ihe ha ji eme na ọ bụrụ na ekwube ịfụ na ha bịaba onwe ezi ihe ahụ ha na-ekwu nkweri ha na-akụ eri anyị so ha na-akụ eri ife ike ụwa agwụ ha then ndị ga-agafete n'ihe anyị na-ekwu ebe a na-ekwu okwu gbasara nnwere onwe akwụ onye ahụ bịa ọnụta ihe ga-abara ya uru ọ bụrụ mkpụrụ ga-anị ya n'ime gbabụgo na oyi uzuru ya tata afọ anyị kwuru okwu anwa echi niile o nwere different notion understanding gbasara obodo anyị la ikwu okwu na chọrọ isi n'ime ya pụọ gaa bụ ojezie reality hitie ya ọ tụgharịa fọdụ bak na titi na ọ nọtara na platfọm gị o were ya mere ihe mana anyị kọntinụla eme ha agbakwara anyị kwuru ofu ebe na-eme ma ihe ndị soja na-akpụ ya enemy na the other side dunwa na other side agba tototo una chere adaju na agbawakwa ọkwa ndị nwanne anyị nwoke bụ dede maswe ọkwa ndị device tactics ha ga-eji penetrate camp enemy bụ ndị na-emerila agha ọ bụ na enemy nọrọ the other side nọrọ okay clear example Goliath and David before David abịa ndị Israel camp this side Philistine camp the other side ụtụtụ Goliath apụta bịa ṅaa onwe ya ndị Israel agbakpụsie mebie ehihie ndị Israel apụtasị chichi anyị ga-azọkwa anyị chichi mbọsị David bịara o wee penetrate the camp wee merie. That is what I'm saying on that side. Now ka m tinyekwa ọnụ na asa ka e mere taa ọ bụrụ na dede mas now bụ onye be anyị na ọ bụghị
akụkọ saga a na ife abụrụ saga it is supposed to on this platform anaghị ebe saga
ọ bụghị saga ka anyị na-ekwu m nwa na-ekwu ka anyị kwụsị ya ka anyị azazi na ha. That is what I'm saying. anyị azazi na ha ma chere ka ntinye ọnụ na dat saga na-eme ka ntinye ya ọnụ before i conclude oro m biko ewele iwe o nwere okwu dede mas kwuru
ka m gbazie ego ọ bụghị conclude
okay ngwa gbazie m olu ana m
only to you that the issue of saga, apart from what the instruction that was given in the government, personally myself, I don't engage in it. That is why even before now, all my program I've been doing, right from the time of Mazin Nanekano Mazin I don't engage in it. I don't call people's name. Even massacre, I don't come here to use that. But when you begin to say something that is going to be against the government or to distract the people, I speak against it and I go on. And we do it in every program. In my introduction in every program, I always start with telling people where they're supposed to know, following my topic and all that. But when there is, and most of the time, when there is these serious issues, it is being shared in the media platform, in our own media platform. We have our own media platform, government media platform. Once an information is shared there, in our broadcast, we touch those information and we go ahead on the main thing. I know where I know about what you're saying and where your mind is going, but as for saga, we don't engage in it. And me personally, giving people information, I don't want to get into that. I only talk about the issue of Biafra and Biafra alone. That is where I specialize. At the same time, sometimes when people come on the platform and they want to deviate or go to add a topic, I allow them to express why I still stop it and go on where we are going. Or are they can maybe some of them will feel we are trying to shy away with some facts. Like some people will insinuate that because something is true, that's why we don't talk about it, or this one is true, that's why we don't talk about it. That is why in most cases we touch those things to clear those points. Go on, my brother.
Okay. Asịrị m na ihe niile m na gị kwuru aghọtara m ya. Ama ya ka yọ ka hapụ tone of my voice. Si ka onye ọbụla iwe wele onye ọbụla na tone of my voice. And adị m ekwu ya nọ mụ kacha mara pụta yọ ka m na-ayọ ya. Now ihe m na-ekwu bụ itinye ọnụ n'okwu ekwuru today. M ga-ewere okwu Dede Maasị kwuru. Ọ sịrị na ya alụgo ọgụ rụọ ọrụ la amị ndị obodo anyị na-ekwu okwu isi n'ime ya pụọ 18 years before ya resign ya bịa lawa be nna ya and enwe onye ga-asị ala na be nna ya. Now i were that thing just suppose that with ihe ha na-eme with Ngozi now. Ọ bụ na Dede Maasị bụ onye be anyị na nna ya bụ onye be anyị ma mee abụrụ onye Ghana o wee lụcha mebi fuju ihe ọfụjuru anya o jiri resign ya nwa then ọ bịapụta today le agbasa ozi ọma maka ka ala be nna ya gọgọgọ ga-esi nwere onwe ya. This a group of charlatans leje dig information ihe onye mere in the past. Ha ga-eje dig mgbe ọla command some troop were ya mee video. Then ị bịa sị m na onye mara ihe mara left and right ya ga-pose relevance on that video. Ma onye mere video ma onye sort video deceived ihe m nwa bụ ka m were afọ izu na akpọ m aka onye wetere kpọrọ ndị niile ahụ bụ fulu ka m kpọrọ ha weda ma onye ahụ dị 900 years ma onye ahụ dị 50 years mụnwa kpọrọ onye ahụ onye iberibe amaghị ebe ihe bidoro ya mere. Okwu ya anyị na-ekwu abụghị okwu agala ayọ mmadụ ayọ. O nwere ka ikwu okwu asị na-ada ayọ mmadụ ayọ emechakwa dịkwa ka ala ayọ mmadụ ayọ ya mere ndị zibe na ozi ọma media zibe ozi ọma ọ dị ihe men on the ground na-ekwu media zibe ozi ọma unu zibe ozi ọma ga-eme because ọ bụla Ngozi ga-alọbi gọvanọ today ka nkụkụ ya mara ha ga-akọ ọtụtụ ya were mee na o nwere ka Ngozi ga-esi penetrate nwee gọvanọ anyị lọbi ha because gịnị bụ lọbi ịkọwara ha jide power of nwaanyị ọ bụ power of ọrabụ Fulani ha na-akpụ ya ọ bụ kwuo gọvanọ chigharịa today so niile ha na-eme ịlaba anyị ga-adịrị anyị nso. Ha nwale eti mkpu ka eburu ego niile atụtara nye ndị nọ n'ala bụ egbe. Ọ bụrụ na ọgụ a ha na-achọ suo today those fools apụta si jụọ esi ebe ego ala atụtala eje ọ nna ka ha ga-alụ ọgụ anwa ka oge ahụ ruo eji kpọọ katapila ha si pụta ka egbuo ha ga-asị katapila na onye ọjọọ nke na-agụsịsa asọ mmiri si na ya bụ Emane Oremi Jus rụọ na wee soja ngwa sitụta na ego bụ oge nkere n'ihe ka ọ latabịa ha ediba ndị ga-alụ ọgụ o jeche ebe ọ nọ n'ebe a na-ere swit la tomato lee akọ eri ha ahụ ọ na-akọ eri ị bịa sonye dịka mụ ka m gee ya ntị biko ụmụnne m ayọ ka m na-ayọ ahịa ha igbusa m ikpere ayọ onye ọbụla taa si ozi ahụ ya rukwe Ugo 247 bụ ndị ka bụ official media unu enwere na USB si ya onye ọbụla ha kwuru unu gba ha nkịtị. Efuru ihe a na-ekwu na anyị na-akwu na ndị ọjọọ ga-apụsịsị mgbe anyị ji gba ha nkịtị na ka ị afụ ndị nke ahụ bụ ndị ahụ bụ egbele enweghị ebe ha na-ebe bụ ha bere ebe a taa ha bere ebe echi efu ha gbafuchaa je soro ha den ndị ahụ ga-afọzi kwenye na nke Ngozi mgbe ahụ ka anyị ga-afụzi clearer road ikwereziri mmezi ihe anyị ga-eme ga-abụzi ha la-abịa again agwa ha good and fine but again nye na ọchịchị eke but anyị nọrọla azọ o nwere ndị bụ anyị kwuo okwu ebe a taa ọ chọgokwu ije soro ha ọ bịa nụrụ ihe anyị kwuru taa ebe anyị na-eme atak na-eme analyze ọ sịkwa ka ya nọrọ o rukwa echi ha enwekwa mụọ asị ọzọ ha ga-eweta ọ dịkwa ya ụdị ndị ahụ abụghị ndị ga-enweta nnwere onwe a ndị ga-enweta nwụrụ onwe a bụ ndị agha mara ebe ha na-eje ma mmiri na-ezo ma mmiri na ma nwụrụ acha ọ ndị ahụ ga-enweta ya. Ndị ahụ bụ isi ha bụ ihe ala atọ ka ma gị ọsị gị nye ya ka ya meela ọnụ fụrụ ọla atọ ka ma gị because ndị Igbo so na ụgha alaghara onye isi bụ na mmanụ ụdị na ndị anyị mebeghị ihe a na hapụ onwe ihe anyị ga-edebunk. O nwere atụ okwu ọzọ m ga-ekwu. Onye asị gị jee mụọ nọọsụ isi na ịda amụ jee kpọkọnata ndị niile mụrụ nọọsụ lada ebiri ọgwụ taa jụọ ha esi ọfụma ha chọrọ ịgwa gị eziokwu ha gwa gị na ọ bụghị nọọsụ bụ ihe ha chọrọ ịmụ na papa ha yọrọ ha. Mana onye ọbụla ọ gụrụ agụrụ ịmụ nọọsụ ọ ha bụ ndị furu na-eme ka exploit. That is life. Ihe ọbụla gụrụ onye agụrụ ọ na-enweta ya adịda akwa ya pịa nụ ihe na otu ihe i mere n'ike ihe yọrọ mmadụ ayọ lọbi onye ahụ ka o mee obere ikuku kwuo la dịsi onye adapụ. Ihe m ga-ekwu bụ na onye la wọchị ndị ahụ pụrụnụ kedu ihe mere ha si ebe a na-arụ ọgwụ pụọ ruo ebe a na-echi ọzọ sisirụkwa gị ọgwụ ege ịpụ ọnụ n'ebe a na-arụ ọgwụ jee ebe a na-echi ọzọ ekpubenugo okpu mmemme isigo n'ebe isi na-ada emete jee fesi enunu kpanụ nkata unu ga-eji mee ebe a ka ọ dị mma unu erukwe ha ebe a ọ bụkwara ịkọcha ngozi ka unu nọkwa bịala ekiri etere anyị wastage of data and wastage of oge ịbịala debunk. Ụmụnne m ahịhịa ka m yọrọ anyị kwụsị ihe ọbụla ha kwuru ha dị ya dịrị ha. Onye chọrọ iso ya jee soro ha ndị fọzi na amanụ ndị ahụ fọrọ ndị ahụ agbadozie ebe a ka na-eche isi sekpu ntị bụ Simon mgbe ọ pụtara. Simon pụtazie ọ bụghị na Simon ahụ mma bụ onye kwu n'eziokwu pụta ọ ya nwa ga-ekwunu ndị rere ya because erelizie ya a ga-enye ya some information ndị rere ya ọ ga-apụtazi ọ bụrụ ngozi ya ọ bụzi na ọ pụtazi that time ọ bụzi na ngozi rere ya de na anyị marazi efu na anyị nwa akwụ n'eziokwu bụ ndị asị mana ọ pụta ọ bụ na ọ bụ ngozi rere ya nọ ndị agha ala speculate lọ ya rere ya adịghị m sure na ọ ga-eji maka na ha dị igwe ebe ahụ o jee ebe ahụ again ọ dịghị possible. Nnamdị Kanu pụta today ọ bụ na ndị DOS rere ya ọ dịghị m possible weda ma ndị DOS ọha nwa ncha bịa bụzere ndị na-ekwu okwu nwa ahụ ị ga-afụ obi ị ga-ala ala ọ ka ga-achọkwa ndị ahụ bụ ndị ahụ na-emejọghị ya bụ ndị ka na-ekwu eziokwu. So a word is enough for a wife. That is the only thing I will say because whenever I look at ihe ha na-eme it pisses me off. Nlafụta ha as ndị dị bereaved of knowledge ndị na-enweghị isi ndị na-enweghị uche ọ bụrụ ndị anyị che na ha nwere uche ọ bụ na eme apply these techniques ịfụ ihe niile abụ ndị ọjọọ ka nọkwa n'ime USV la agbara obodo ịfụ ha họọ onwe ha họpụ onwe ha. Ndị ahụ bụ ha n'ụlọ ọ dị sta ha kponyela akpa witata ego ala ọnụ ịfụ ha họọ onwe ha họpụ onwe ha. Ọrụ adịrị anyị mfe because ihe ka ga-enweta ọrụ a bụ eziokwu and eziokwu ha abụghọ ikwu na a nyere gị 1 naira nọọ ịgwa ndị mmadụ ebe mmiri siri gbarụọ ihe mere ndị mbụ jiri kwuo okwu isi n'obodo a pụọ kọwara ha wedasị ya n'ihe na-eme today si ha compare and contrast ihe mere that time ndị mbụ ji tie mkpu anwa. That is the only thing that will take us. Na ịlọbiri US ha makwara ndị ka m mara about government ala m ajụkwa US o nwere power ị na ebe ahụ bịa gwa obodo anyị nọ n'ime ya na ha hapụ anyị ka ala ọ dịghị possible. Ha ka na-ele anyị anya ka anyị na gosi na ya achọghị ịla because ihe ha na-eme na gosi na ya chọbere ịla. Ebe ndị jere la Finland la-akpọ obodo declare no USB charger ụfọdụ la-akpọ ya USB Nigeria. Isi ọdụ onye ahụ mma ịbịa soro onye ahụ isi ladịghị mma gịnị ala akara okwu ayụdị ya ka onye ọzọ kwukwe gwụkọkọ ha m n'ọnụ.
Thank you, my brother. Chinoso, thank you for joining our brother Chino Biafra TV. Please, if you are in this platform and you're not following that Chino Biafra TV, please try to follow that platform. He's one of us preaching the gospel of Biafra. Chino Biafra TV. If you are not yet connected to that very platform, please try and connect. Chino Biafra TV, you can put your link on the comment section so that they can just click the link and subscribe to the channel. Everybody should make sure you subscribe to that very channel. It's very important. When we talk about this radical evangelism, everybody has to be part of it. So my brother Chino Biafra TV, go ahead, talk to us. Chino,
yeah, Mazi choose my role model. I salute you and I greet you. I always have this special place in my heart for you and Mazugo. as the last two men standing on the truth since 2001, precisely, that Obatobie finally say, let's move forward and then get to Biafra. You and Mazugo remain always in my heart, and I am looking forward to take you as my role model and act like two of you. That is always my joy whenever I look at you and Mazugo. I don't play with two of you. So I want to thank you for standing tall. I am thanking you for standing firm. I am thanking you for standing strong for the truth, because it takes a very heavy heart to preach the truth and stand on the truth. So, Mr. Okabiyama, bless you and bless Ugo 247. I salute you. And I salute Swadiala. I said more are from here. Then I salute Oga Greg. I can see him. I salute Mazi Okechukwu and the rest, Maakonya Watara, and every other person. May Chukwu Okabiyama give us strength to stand on the truth. May He give us strength to carry on, not relying on our strength, but on our mental toughness, on our brain, to adhere to make sure that we get what we are doing by supporting USB, United States of Biafra, to defend our land. The name of Chukwu Okabiyama, I pray. He said. Yeah, Mazi Shoes, I've been listening, and the truth must be told, no matter how bitter it is. Ndị anyị sị na ịhapụ ote mmanya ọrịa, ọ na-ete, ọ na-adọba. Asị gba ahụ bụrụ eziokwu. Ọ ya na o ji wee bụrụ na asị anyị rapụ Nigeria gọọmenti ha asịa n'isi anyị today, mere o ji wee bụ na mba ụwa for over all these years ka kwetara ihe ahụ dịka asị na ọ bụ eziokwu. Ọ bụrụ na ụwa zuru ike eme gara agara, Maazị Nnamdi wee take over. Onweghị onye karịa ịma wa history. Onweghị onye karịa ịma la Igbo Q abụ anyị nwa plan ya na ọ bụrụ Igbo Q eziokwu that nwa Nigeria. Enweghị onye karịa ịma na ha na-egbu ndị Igbo, na ha na-emegbu ụmụ Biafra, na akwa ka anyị nwụrụ nwaanyị, na enwere lot of marginalization, a lot of things that is going wrong. But because of Chukwu Okabiyama kpọrọ Maazị Nnamdi Kanu, o wee pụta wee bido idegharị our history. If you check how many years it takes Maazị Nnamdi Kanu iji wee degharịa our history, wee bịa create our map, wee bịa reset ya some of us our brain, then you will understand what it takes to where we are for now. Wee butezie Maazị Simon Ekpa ịbịa kwuo tinye 85% n'ebe Maazị Nnamdi Kanu debere wee ruo ka ọ dị ugbu a. So if anybody is still doubting, are we on the right track? Are we doing it well? And how are we getting it right? The person, maybe for his mind, he is just somewhere in the Bible and saying, na ama promado one penta rice n'ime, so no name okwu ya amamihe aga. Now, on the issue of what we are treating today, can you well say, na hapụ ote mmanya ọrịa, ọ na-ete na-adọba, asị gba ahụ bụrụ eziokwu. Maazị Nnamdi Kanu na-ewepụta time jide somebody kwuru ihe adịghị mma mee ya adres. Maazị Simon Ekpa, anyị na-afịa even Chinasa Nworu mgbe ọ na-ewepụta ya gbaa ya ọtọ na social media. Ihe o ji eme ya bụ na ndị be anyị si na nke nnụ na ntị bụ asị, mana nke m fụrụ n'anya bụ eziokwu. There is one thing that has a very loud volume. Picture has many meaning and a very loud volume in our lives. When you see some pictures about you or someone you love, you have to come and create a narrative to prove that this picture I paint here is not true. Because whoever see n'okwu ndị Igbo banyere sị na nke m fụrụ n'anya bụ eziokwu mana nke nọ na ntị bụ asị, the person will carry it and go on and believe that this is the real truth. Why it's a pure lie, propaganda, and to deceive our people. Now, I am not going to say much because many of our brothers already say much here, but there is something I want us to know. People that are painting, bringing pictures of our deputy prime minister out My question is, did your mother, did your father have a picture? If they have, what is the meaning of the picture they have? If you yourself have a picture that can speak a loud volume, bring it out. If your father have a picture that has a loud volume, bring it out. If your mother has such a picture that has a loud volume, bring it out. If your mother did not have it, you are nobody. And I will say this without wasting time, because for me, I believe no one has had before. An idiot made this thing out. I know him very well, a brother of mine from the same local government who lives in India. His name is his name is Eke Akonye Wetronyeka Nkodenamba. Sorry, it's not Onyeka. My own personal, my own brother that is ditching this rubbish child, because he was calling me on phone, he was sending it, and he was trying to convince me to join Ogenkere. And I asked him a question, Onyeka. When you are at our place before you travel to India, when you are inside one room now and be deceiving yourself, which you don't have a paper, you cannot even come outside of the road and deceiving yourself, working for your organ, and your best friend is here with Sonia Farawa that we are working for. When you are in Nigeria, when we are doing process of IPOB in 2017, where are you, my brother? And what are you doing then? Is it this India you traveled some past years ago that you cannot allow me to rest? When I was in the zoo doing something, where are you? I told him, go and dig my own picture when I was wearing it from out. Dig it out and put social media. The picture will prove that I was somehow somebody in Nigeria by wearing Nigeria uniform. And have you ever worn Nigeria uniform? It simply means those who will fight Nigeria are those who has worked for Nigeria and those who know how Nigeria works. In common word, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu was once a leader of a party called APOGA, a spokesperson in the United Kingdom. Obatode was a spokesperson of people under PDP of Atiku and the P2B, and he spent his money for P2B and the Atiku. This is things that he is to know who he is. When Mazen Nnamdi Kanu said, who is this Simon Ekpa who asked him to come and render apology after beating Ike Ekweremadu? He's the only man who man up to spoke. And Mazen Simon Ekpa said, who is this man? That is the man today who is sanctioning for this cause, who has been questioning, who has been suffering right now because of what he believes. Now, when somebody said, don't talk about it, because of if you say you are preaching the gospel of freedom and that Nigeria government, what our forefathers see and why you want to live, has Mazen Nnamdi Kanu for over 20 years has never been preaching about this? It's a question. I'll ask one question. Is it any question that somebody will ask NgoziOrabueze today? Mazen Nnamdi Kanu has never answered. Mazen Simon has never answered. No question, believe you me. Because nothing is new in the struggle. The only what is new in the struggle now is re-declaration of independent state of Biafra. That is only what it is new. Despite that, every question has been answered. Every preaching has been made. Every address has been made. That is why in times of Bible, na ama kwụsị ịgbasa oziọma nke Chineke until oziọma eruo ebe ụwa sọtụ. Anyị ama kwụsị debunk these lies. Anyị ama kwụsị akwụkwọ ihe ji hapụ Nigeria until anyị ala na Biafra land when Nigeria army, the zoo and all their equipment has left Biafra land. Because ịhapụ ofu ka ime ofu nke ọzọ eri ibi ya. Onye ji ya gbara ịbụọ n'ime ugbo oge egburi ya. Ji gị gba nke obere egburi ya. Ọgba nke buru ibu ị ga-ekweta ha na abụ ka ọ ga-enwe ji gbara ịbụọ. So ebe ọ bụ na struggle anyị nọ n'ime ya now agbaala ịbụọ la ndị ọjọọ nọ na-ekwu anyị okwu, anyị ga na-ekwu okwu ndị ọjọọ na-ekwu nke ọma. That is how to centralize everything that we are doing. So in the conclusion of what I'm saying this morning, we must continue to know that these gullibles, they have come to bring this Biafra down. But I want to borrow a word from Shady, who said, all your propaganda, all your lies against Simon, but cannot bring him down. All the pictures, all the things you are on social media can never bring Ngozi down because she's well grounded. She's there somebody. Do you know that so-called Adade Orama, who is champion that Ngozi Orabueze is a Fulani, that this woman is a deputy prime minister, the deputy person, the second person in Igbo World Congress right now as I'm talking to you now. The Igbo World Congress who abandoned Mazen Nandekano, the Igbo World Congress who abandoned Simon Ekpa, she is there as their vice president as I'm talking to you right now. I mean Adade Orama. And he's here. And he is here talking about Ngozi Orabueze, talking about his personal life. Despite that she has made it openly, Niagara to destroy. Because we all know, now open a man choose that is why we said, Mazi choose, Mazi Ugo 247, handle the affairs of the government, allow us to deal with these people because we have their information. Do you know that this particular person right now, anybody allegation, now you look at such kind of people and that have a platform that our people goes to, that our people need to be talking to from time to time. I take this our defender of Biafran like Jehovah Witness people. House to house, Haga return visit. Why are they going to return visit? For them to make sure you can take it and stand and decide to follow them and go to Jehovah Witness. This is how it is. You will preach good, you will preach bad. Once you are alive, all the dead are alive. Anyone that comes across of you, you handle it at the moment. So my fellow Biafrans, if anybody like today, let them pull the nakedness of Ngozi Orabueze on social media. I, Chino Biafra TV, I will stand by University of Biafra, which Ngozi Orabueze is leading on. She comes out. I want to stop here for now. Madushius.
Thank you so much, my brother. I appreciate you for that submission. Thank you so much for that submission you just made. Biafrans are watching. And we are doing what we are doing just to make sure that more people are not distracted. I can understand. We don't focus all our energy and channel our energy on the negativity of those idiots and what they are saying. But in certain situations, we have to respond because there are a huge number of ignorant people in this very struggle. So many people that are today shouting and talking, some of them just joined yesterday. Some of them don't even know about Mazi Simon Ekpa. And our people don't. You can imagine that even after our deputy prime minister have come out to make a broadcast with the defense minister and answer questions, today, people are still writing on the comment section, still talking about a place that we have passed. People are still calling me privately to ask me questions that are meaningless. Most of the questions I get from people are questions that the answers have been given already by Mazen Nandekano, Mazi Simon Ekpa, and Deputy Prime Minister. And when you see the way they come, you see that these people, sometimes you have to step back a little bit and respond and answer questions. That is why sometimes we come back and respond to what we, because when they come in, they just go along with the information that people are feeding them. So many of them are not paying attention. Some of them just started following in this time that our Deputy Prime Minister came in power. Some of them just came in at this time, the Deputy Prime Minister. They don't even know anything about Mazi Simon Ekpa. They don't even know anything about him. So that is why sometimes when we see these things, we go back a little bit, but we will not dwell on that backwards. We are always focusing on the real thing, moving forward, and forward ever. And we will continue to do that. Mazi Okechukwu, I can see you there. If you're still there, Mazi Okechukwu, let's hear from you. Let's hear from you. Use 2 or 3 minutes and let's hear from you what you have to say. Mazi Okechukwu, are you there?
Yeah, I'm there.
Let's hear you, Mazi.
Can you hear me?
Loud and clear. Go ahead.
Yeah. Good morning, everyone of you in the studio. I just want to really thank you and all the personnel in the studio. And I want to thank all the media that are doing the netful. I want to thank our brother Ugotus 472. Of you are doing a marvelous job. You see, in this our struggle, media play a heavy role, and that is what is happening now. In Biafra here, a lot of things are going on. You know, our people do pay attention to negativity. That's the problem I have with the Igbo people. They will a kind of loud, expand, and they raise high, negative one.
We cannot hear you, Mazi Okechukwu. We can't hear you anymore. Check your system. Mazi Okechukwu, we can't hear you anymore. Are you there, Mazi Okechukwu? We can't hear you. We cannot hear you. We cannot hear you, Mazi Okechukwu. Check your system. We can't hear you. Maybe you go out and come back again. Mazi Okechukwu.
Hello.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I've come back. So what I am here to do is to thank you and say a little thing. You see, when I look at Adadi Oranjo and I see what this wicked man in India is doing, our brother have said it all, he called to question. I continue to question. What exactly does our people need? Does one want to, in fact, want to dwell in slavery? People are rejoicing in slavery and they want to continue to be a slave. Me, I said to Shekwa, I wouldn't like to continue a slave. But I always tell people, when we are very small, in the time of Wazlike, we are still very little like this. We started running with that individual. We from Ebony State, most of us will love what we are doing, what he's doing. We didn't know about this issue of the Biafra. Didn't know the time. And then when we come up, it's like we're one of the hardcore. We fall in love in this issue. After the Wazlike, we heard about when Wazlike fall, we cried. It's like our hope have lost. All of a sudden, our leader Nnamdi Kanu come on board, begin to broadcast. Whenever we hear, we always queue to people that have an Android phone. Until the time he came down at home, you know what happened when the train was moving all over the Biafra land? Most of us trek, no money, nobody give us anything, we trek. When we move out from Happy Access from the school, we move out. Do you know how we normally come to Anambra, come to Headbridge, come to Asaba, come to River? Also those places, nobody, in fact, you don't know what action.
I think our brother has been taken out. We can't hear him anymore. My brother Greg, are you there, Greg?
Yeah, I'm still there, my brother. My greetings to everybody. Yeah. Akonye wetere Christian Chukunonso. And yeah, Many others I cannot see very well. My greetings to everybody in the house. Thank God for the day. Yes, you know, I have spoken before, and I want to talk about what we are saying concerning a saga or no saga. You know, what I believe is, I don't believe in saga. It's only a madman that will have time, or somebody that is not serious for what he's doing that will have time for saga. But what I believe is, if I tell lie and somebody come out and debunk me and say, no, what you are saying is not true. This is what is true. This is what is true. And why must you say something like that? So that is not saga. So just like my brothers here said, we will continue debunking anything they say. What I don't encourage people is to go and start extending your hand, going straight to go and start cursing somebody, start abusing somebody, going to people's private life and whatever this, you know. For me, that is not what we are here for. We are here to say this is the direction we want to move to achieve our goal. Our goal is Biafra. So any person who is a mad person, any person who is a naked, a prostitute, that is their own private, that's what that person choose to live. That is that kind of life you want to live. It has nothing to do with the Biafra we are fighting for. So what I encourage my brothers and my sisters and whoever that is in here, whenever somebody say anything that is a lie, come out without fear and debunk it. So let him go to anywhere I want to go and do whatever charm and breaking of eggs. It cannot be effective. The only thing is to debunk his lie or her lie. So, and that we will continue doing until Biafra come. Because many people did not enter the struggle because they want to fight for the Biafra freedom. Many did not enter because they understand what the freedom is all about. Many did not enter because they want sacrifice. So many enter because of different interests. And anytime somebody enters something for a particular interest, anytime that he's not getting that his interest, or that his interest is not there, he will see him start agitating, he will see him start complaining, doing a lot of rubbish and saga. But any person that know where he or her is going, that is why you don't see NgoziOrabueze coming out and shouting and causing people, or you know, doing a kind of saga. All this word, the saga, we know it because of media come out. So onye na-akọ nkọ, onye mere ndị pụtara ụwa bụrụ ndị nkọ, emere ha nkọ eme ha buru nkọ wee pụta ụwa. But onye enweghị taa na ịkọ nkọ na mgbaghachi, if you say any lie against him or her, he will come out and say, no, this is not true. This is what is true. And that is why I continue coming to this very platform. Because I don't go where there's somebody who cause a private mother or father or child or relation or that have nothing to do with what we are doing. So I don't have time with such people. I cannot deal with such people. I cannot see with such people. That is, everybody have the kind of life he live. But the most important thing is face the truth, debunk lies, and continue in contributing whatever you can to make the movement achievable. That is my encouragement this afternoon. Thank you, and God bless you, because there is a headway that I still have something to do today. Thank you.
Thank you so much, my brother Greg. I appreciate you. Let's hear from our brother Christian. Use your 2-3 minutes and make your objection as we go around again.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you, everybody in the studio. So, Mazi Chus, you know, like I said, just to deviate a little bit, is something that, well, it has continued to bog my mind, you know, because I don't know why people don't ask a kind of focused questions. Soludo of Anambra State, you know, he came out a couple of days ago, and he's banning public preaching by Christians in the marketplace and stuff like that. And so he's banning it. Okay. But my point is, if you choose to ban people preaching in the public place, okay, if that's what the people want, I don't care. But the most important question is, why is it that Soludo why in Anambra State, where he governs, there are these marauding Fulani herdsmen occupy the bushes, and it's from these bushes that they coordinate, they plan, they kidnap, and they attack, just like in other Igbo bushes, right? Enugu, Ebonyi, and the rest of it. So this question, I keep wondering in my mind, why is it that Soludo, does it mean, do they fear the Fulanis, or they fear the, well, because like I always says, is Fulani hijacked Nigerian system. So is that what they fear, to the extent that they cannot come out and say? Because to be honest with you, I'm not against either Yoruba, Fulani, Hausa, or whatever living in Biafra land or Alibo. I'm not against it, because people are free to live wherever they choose. But you mostly live among people, live among humans. How on earth do you go and occupy the bushes and they all know about it? I've heard about how Otoeze coordinated this thing, because he said that Fulani is made him a billionaire or whatever. So how is that? How is it acceptable that this guy stays in the bushes and they plant and they come and they massacre the Igbo? You don't feel it. You feel. I don't know, why is that okay? So if you want to ban Christians, but these Christians, they don't go about, if you say they are disturbing public peace or whatever, but they don't go about massacring people. They don't. Okay, so why is it that you cannot ban the Fulanis from occupying the bushes or the forest? Let them come and live among, so that you will be identified. You know who you are. And it's not like they live there in peace. They don't live there in peace. They are there, planning and carrying out their murderous agenda. And you never speak about it. So I begin to wonder, these are questions that people should be asking. Human life doesn't seem to matter of nothing in Nigeria. In Ondo State, Yoruba land, they just massacred, maybe 2, 3, or 4 days ago, massacred people. In Delta, it's like, okay, maybe now they are running short of time. I don't know. Well, these things Nnamdi Kanu has predicted too. Even our PM has also said a lot about it. But it just seems to me like in this time, they are out now to carry it out massively, because they are just doing it everywhere. And trust me, it is going to get worse. That you can take to the bank. It's going to get worse, because maybe there's a time frame that they are running on now, because within this 1 week or two, it's just incredible how they just keep the various parts of the country just massacring people, and nobody's talking about it. Not the government, not the federal government, not the state government, even the media. Very rarely they talk about it. So is that okay? But I'm being particular. I am being particular with Soludo, Igbo governors, Biafran governors. How is it that they cannot come out just the same way he came out to ban Christians preaching in a public place? Ban that in the bushes, nobody should occupy there, because it's not a place to be occupied. The bushes are for native, the indigenous people to farm, go to their farm. That is what it's supposed to be. If you want to live in a place, come and rent a place, build whatever you want to build or do, you do it so that you can be identified as a human being. So somebody need to be asking Soludo, why are you afraid to call out the Fulani? Is it because they put you there? Or if you do stand up for your people, you will lose your governorship? I don't know. It's just insane that what is going on. And obviously, it's a question, but more or less the answers are there, because I think the former governor of Bauchi State, something Bala Mohammed or whatever, some years back, he said, he told Nigerians, these things happening today, he told them some years back that they had a program under Buhari to resettle the entire Fulanis in the Sahel region. that they have a program to integrate them into Nigerian society. He said it. And the interviewer asked him, are you saying that Fulanis who are not Nigerians can come into Nigeria and become Nigerian? He said, yes, that is the program. And it's happening right before our eyes. So either that these our governors, they bought into it, they've accepted it, that they will reintegrate Fulanis into. And it's not like they are Nigerian Fulanis. No, they are not, because we know that there are Fulanis in different countries, but they've chosen Nigeria to be a place where they say to them, and they don't come in peace. They come to plunder, to slaughter, and to so this is not this is something everybody has to resist. I think this is very primary objection. People, because why would you think that it's okay to massacre people? I saw of a young man in I think that was in Enugu, you know, a student, a university student, who was also taken out by the Fulanis. And it's just incredible. So that is the few things I want to talk about. That it's important to continue to point out these things and to continue to hold these people, you know, to account that you are supposed to protect the people. So Soludo, I don't know what he wants. Are you preparing ground? Are you preparing ground for the eventual, or are you just helping the Islamization agenda? What are you up to? What are you doing? So that is a big question. I'm hoping that somebody might hear this type of question, either get to him or that people should be asking, because we must be asking this question. Why is it that human life doesn't matter anymore? You are own people and you proclaim to be an Igbo person, Igbo. I just wonder. I wonder. So thank you, my brother. God bless.
Thank you so much, my beloved brother Christian. You have just pointed out a very important issue. And while you were talking, you also answered the question partially. And every Biafran, I believe, except somebody who is not following events. That is why I say most times we go back and talk about it, because many people are not following events. By special grace of Chukwu Okabema, tomorrow I'm going to play a video where this very man you are seeing today, Soludo, was making a case for Biafra. I'm going to play the video tomorrow. So you will see that this man knows what he is doing. Soludo is not ignorant of what he's doing. He is doing what he's doing intentionally because of what he intends to gain. I'm going to play that very video tomorrow so that we can dig out that very discussion from that very part. And Soludo, when you look at the appointment of Soludo, when you look at his appointment, where he's coming from, every one of us should know his agenda. His agenda is to focus on Biafra, to crush it. Anybody that you see that is a part of the government of Muhammadu Buhari, whose only project is to allow Fulani to take over Nigeria, and to become part of that government, there is no other mission they have than to sell out their people, give the Fulanis access to everything they want for their own personal interests. And we have some people that have signed up for that assignment from Biafra land. They are not hiding. We know all of them. People who are supporting this agenda openly, they're not hiding it.
Jesus.
Soludo, for Soludo to get an appointment in Muhammadu Buhari's cabinet, even while they have the PDP and ABGA, in a time when everybody in the southeast is against Muhammadu Buhari's government, Soludo took appointment from Muhammadu Buhari. That speaks volume. And when he came out, he was campaigning, and some idiots we are talking about supporting Soludo to make Anambra what I don't know. We stood on our ground. Mazi Samareba said we were all campaigning on various platforms, no election in Anambra State. And some idiots went ahead to speak of how Soludo was whatever and whatever. Even his appointment as the governor of Central Bank, we know how it came about. The fraud he has committed in Federal Bank, Central Bank governor, every one of us know the fraud. It's in the open. And one of the cheapest way they used to hold these people is that the Janjaweed will allow you to commit those frauds. They will allow you to steal as amount you want, and then they will hold it onto you. You can no longer have a voice. They have the record of Soludo, and whatever he says. Just like you see Emefiele today. Emefiele is a Biafran. Fulani used him. Every single thing they are charging Emefiele today was what Muhammadu Buhari puts his signature and told him to allow, and he allowed them. Today, he's the one facing the whole problem.
Amazi Chus, quickly. Sorry, quickly. You know, the point of this whole issue is that Soludo knows that if Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is out and is free, or our PM, that the Biafran Liberation Force, they will not tolerate these killers, Fulanis in the bushes. They will go after them. So what happened is, few months, maybe a month or two ago, thereabout, maybe even a little bit more than that, Soludo told Nigerian government that releasing Nnamdi Kanu is not a solution to the insecurity in the southeast. In other words, Soludo is endorsing the continuous incarceration of Nnamdi Kanu. It's pure. It's as simple as day and night. You have to know this guy doesn't want Nnamdi Kanu out because he knows that he will not tolerate it. Nobody tolerates it. Not Samaropa, not even our current DPMDrNgoziOrabueze will not tolerate having Fulanis occupy our bushes where they kill our women and our children, rape them. Who is going to accept that? But Soludo is against. So that is the point I want to make for every Biafran that listening, that these are
whatever Soludo is doing today, he is doing it intentionally. And whatever he's doing in Anambra State today is a distraction. Soludo, focusing on native doctors, focusing on preaching outside, knows that is not the major problem that we have. He knows very well. Soludo is only creating a distraction. No Biafran support evil. If you are an evil native doctor, there are ways to deal with those idiots. If you're a fake pastor, we are all against them. But we have a major problem. Some of you can remember, Soludo was a governor that came out and announced and said, among all the kidnappers he has ever arrested in his state, that they are all Biafrans. Soludo made a statement. He said, every kidnapper, criminal that has been arrested in Anambra State, that they are all Biafrans. Soludo was the person who came to introduce a divisive language of attacking people from Ebonyi State. Saying that it is people from Ebonyi State that are creating chaos in their state. Attacking people from Enugu State. Saying that it's Enugu State that's attacking people that is causing chaos in the state. Soludo is playing the role of the Fulani Janjaweed that put him in power.
100%.
All of us know how Soludo became the governor of Anambra State. He did not have the votes of the Anambra people. Soludo did not win Anambra. How many people voted for Soludo? How many people? Go and check. How many people? So whatever he's doing today, he is doing it intentionally to distract. And you see, most of us are very easily carried away. Emotionally, oh, he's fighting a native doctor. These native doctors are bad. These natives are bad. They know our weak points. They know those things that can catch you. They know that one thing that is very common in your mouth is native doctor, pastors, is the talk of the day in the social media. And when they bounce on that, many people will be carried away and they leave what they're supposed to do. And that is exactly what Soludo is doing today. And Biafrans must not get distracted. Soludo is the heaviest distraction we have. And 100%. You see what Uzodema is doing? Soludo's platform is the deadliest.
10 times more,
Deadliest. Because Soludo, when he enters the power, Soludo was the person that visited the prison in Anambra State. And he brought out members of IPOB that were detained illegally. They were in thousands. Soludo said he is going to issue an order for them to release. Up to today, none of those people has been released. Soludo has exceeded 4 years. But he made a broadcast and said that everyone that is detained because of the Biafra issue illegally will be released. Today, he is the one that is detaining more.
And so many Biafrans...
Whatever he's doing today is a distraction to the Biafran people, and we must not get carried away.
Many Biafrans are buying into it. That is the unfortunate thing. He's using the brain of the people because he's a well-learned Jesus Christ. So he understands the people, they are psychic, and because when I go online, I see a lot of people supporting that he's doing this sanitizing, but these are not yes, it's a problem, but it's not the core problem confronting the Igbo. That is not the real core.
He knows.
That's not the existential.
The problem we have is governance. Once there is a good governance and there are policies that have to control this thing, including the pastors and native doctors, there is a simple policy that can control them.
Yeah.
There are simple policies that will checkmate them, not by destroying their house, not by putting unnecessary laws, not by attacking people. Just every single thing Soludo have been doing since he entered Anambra State are laws that are targeted at the citizens. That is what is focused on. Targeting the citizens, that's what he has been doing. From the day one, that is what he has been doing. And those Biafrans that he's saying, we pay attention. But because of the kind of people we have, our people are easily carried away. I don't know how to explain it, whether our people are very, very myopic in their thinking, very flexible. I don't know how to explain it. That is why we have to come on daily basis and shout and talk about it. And so many of them will never understand.
The existential threat and the Igbo forces, Biafran faces in Nigeria is the presence of the Fulani Janjaweed, these marauders that has taken over the bushes and the forest. That is the core existential threat facing us. Soludo knows. He is a very brilliant, he's unbelievably he's playing the game, he knows what he's doing. So this is the real enemy here. He's smarter than Hope Uzodimma by far, not even close. Soludo is doing the job of the Fulani. So Biafra must know this. It doesn't matter whether you are against him or for him, but you must know that history will judge everybody. Because this food that Soludo is cooking for the Fulanis, people will eat it eventually. So thank you, my brother. These things are very important to awaken our people. Some of us, we can't think deep. Some of us are in the ability to comprehend. So guys like Soludo think that they are too brilliant, too smart. They can manipulate, bamboozle people with evilness. So it's important we talk about. Thank you so much.
Tomorrow I'm going to bring that his video, dig that his video out so that we can be able to draw some things from that very video where he was making a case for Biafra. Let's hear from our brother Akonye Wetere. Please use your 2-3 minutes and speak to us, my brother Akonye Wetere, while we begin to prepare to round up. Go ahead, my brother Akonye Wetere.
Yes, Uncle Chooks. Thank you very much for ordering out. And I also apologize for my initial outburst. Because that when you see some people, when they are being used and they did not understand that they are being used, they are now trying to influence others with their virus. It used to pain someone like me. To add to what Uncle Christian just said, you should not be talking about people that made their vision known in the past. El-Rufai's son just made some revelation a few days ago, of which he has deleted it from X. So that's why I always say, no, I won't be Igbo. I'm my Helema, but I am my Helema. We know my Fulani should take our land from us. They want to subjugate us, stifle the land away from us. But in the midst of that, because all these issues govern us, sir. Now, the message of Nnamdi resonated with everybody, majorly the youth. They now use the people working with him to silence him. What we are just witnessing now was what happened immediately they took Nnamdi from us. The DOS, they started defending structure and the rest of it. Simon singled himself out and preached, and his message now resonates with us again. They now scatter it again. So that is why somebody like me, after the gum day too, where Kugasi Okundin Lekuwe, and Okundahan Lekuwe confirmed with Ngozi Leme. Even when she comes out to speak, she will speak little of those charlatans and speak more of what she has in hand for us. So that's why I keep on saying that the media ka ikwubezi ihe bụ ihe ga-enyere ndị mmadụ aka because unu nwa na ebe ahụ now ebe afọ unu nwa na ebe ahụ now ịchịkọta onwe unu dị nso dị easy but ịchịkọta ndị nke nọ na mgbada ka anyị nwa si nọrọ lara ahụ is only few bụ ndị bụ ha kwuo na ha kwụ ebe a ha kwụrụ ebe a because ọ bụ na mmadụ niile kwuo na ha kwụ ebe a kwụrụ ebe a this shenanigans play out from men on ground ekwesịghị play out. One of our brother Nokala media when this thing was starting, Bola form, or said that the men on ground should be neutral. Had it been that they were neutral, Kahala Patawe deceive one day, deceive one day, the Kamu. How was it when on the Mare Bendi, even with much opinion? But how no go, how take go side by false narratives. Now, Ununga Bundile will take on Nambago. I bet you onye support onye unu fụrụ na onye kwesịrị ime ihe ha na-ewetezi ego enye ha ha le-generate lakpọsị ndị ha na-akpọ bịa kpọ afọ ego ime okwu na-ekwu before ọ bụ na let assume now la saga bụ ihe bara uru ka emebe ije check be these followers ịfụrụ na-eso oge nkere ha efu na none of them soro brigi none of them soro brigi Emegoma verify them like 3 or 5 persons. Immediately get their initial post before I change after her to after her the less open now. And none of them so brig.
You're right.
But had an assignment. Majority of them but assignment.
Exactly.
The fools among us, unstable waters among us, people of flippant character. Abuzere ndị bịara mee ọ dịka ya nwe ha ile eme. But anyway, Shasana na-egbu achara na-eto. Hala egbutu ozi ọma anyị, ọ ga na-etokwa. Ọ ga na-etola akwụdosi ike. Nkwu eziokwu, ikwu eziokwu, onye ọzọ ekwu eziokwu, eziokwu akwụrụ. Mana nkwu eziokwu gụ nwa atụasị, onye ọzọ atụasị ọdanyo nke m. Ọ bụrụ na ọ ga-adanyo ya forever. But mgbe ọ ya apụtazi because eziokwu adị akụ mgbanụ ọ bụ asịla akụ mgbanụ so ihe dị na ya bụ na Chukwu ga-enye aka ọ ga-enyere anyị aka abịala na okwu Dede Christian kwuru about Nnamdi enwekwe mbọta anyị na platform mgbu na sị gị na irelease Nnamdi la Tinubu ga-release Nnamdi middle of 2026 ọkwa enyere ya lawyer again somebody apụtago kwuo even before onye ahụ ekwuo lawyer ga-abịa bido okwu ebe Binta kwụsịrị ọkwa ebido okwu isi because mgbe Binta rikuzuru onwe ya onye nyere ya sị na ya enweghị the capacity ibido okwu ahụ isi ka Binta continue before Nnamdi adịzie out for them a change ya unu gbakọkwa ahụ fụ na onye nyere okwu akịtakwa ya ebidokwa n'isi again mgbe ọ na-ebido n'isi ekpe taa ekpe next 4 months this year agwụ so that Soludo ga-eme election. So ihe anyị neediri bụ ọ bụ na this mmiri akọla ahụ kwa na ga-ahọpụta Chukwu hapụta ndị kwụrụnụ ndị ahụ kwụrụnụ ebuild institution dịka isi akọwa ka isi push for hapụ ibuild personality hapụ iwere emotion ekwu okwu nwere onwe kedu ihe this institution na-ekwu okwu kedu ihe this office stand for na chain of command office a kedu onye bụ onye ga-etake over ma onye apụọ igbu onwe gị eziokwu na onye apụọ were ma onye ọbụ nwa akpụda were ma onye otofere etofe nọ ya nwa bụ onye kwesịrị na ebe a ịhapụ onye ahụ mgbe Igbo ghọtara ọ ya bụ bad politics Igbo lepule bad politics Igbo lepule ọ pụtara na Nnamdi Tinubu bụ onye gụrụ akwụkwọ n'ala Yoruba bụ onye nkachi nwa obodo nwere the capacity ichinwu but because of na ha afụgo ka mmiri niile si erukọta nọ Nnamdi bụ onye bụ oje ọchịa ife onye ọbụla emechicha ọnụ ma nke nwụrụ mbọsị a soro Peter Obi mee campaign after ka election gachara ọfụ na nwanne ya ebu inigo ọ drọpụọ ego ya ozugbo gakwuru nwanne ya but Igbo amaghị ya ana abịa kwụrụ asị na ya ma ihe so Chukwu nyere anyị aka ka mmiri a kupụchara anyị ndị anwa kupu kubata ndị ga-ama na enwere isi nwere ọdụdụ nwee etiti na ọ bụ na isi pụọ n'etiti bụ onye na-eso ya etiti aha nọchie onye ọbụla ọ mara amara na Chukwu na-eme eze. Anyị esoro Ngozi gbaa ya aja n'ukwu, ndị nwere ego enye, ndị nwere akụkọ agbamume agbaala ya ume akwudo. Anyị kwụtazie burukwu azịza ahụ chịkọta ọnụ wee tigbu ijiji. I achụpụ these governors because I'm not achụpụ these governors bụ iwe m ebe men on the ground nọ la-agba egbe ọnụ akọ eri ewu ala atọ ọgọdọ ike agwụrụkwala ekwuta okwu adịkọm. So ewu ala atọ ọgọdọ la-ata mlajụ kedu ebe ngwa agha niile ha bụ mgbe Simon nọ ka ebe ọ nọ ka ndị mere Simon arrest emere arrest ihe niile ha ji arụ ọrụ den emere arrest ego niile nyere ha. Kedu ihe Simon gwara ọkwọsịra na declare ha na ha gbapụta n'iro gbasa everybody. Kedu ihe ya mere ha ji jụọ amụ oyi wee were ndị mmadụ la-agba game. Nwa ebe a ga-ekwudobe oyeru nọọ ihe mma bụ na ihe ọma ga-emeriri anyị. Anyị yọọ mbụ na mmiri ala eru ọ gaghị ama ndị Igbo. Ọ bụ ha na anyị bụrụ ndị Igbo ahụ anyị bụ na ndị Ichie ndị Ajana na ndị Egede ndị mbụ na ndị Egede niile bụ ndị tọrọ ntọala ala Igbo. Ala m ayọ ha bilie n'oge akara ka erugo, ha bilie tigbuo ndị ha ga-etigbu kọsọ ndị ụmụ Ajana tigburu Ifeanyị Ụba. Ha bilie echezi na ihe ha na-eme obi ala ndị mmadụ mmiri. Onye kwugide ihe ọjọọ gbasara nwere ha tigbuo na onye anwa ha tigbuola ya onye ahụ ka onye ahụ pụọ. Mgbe isi na-abụ jiri daa ndị ọzọ amụrụ akọ mana Chukwu ga-agbara Chukwu ma ọ sonyere anyị aka nọọ ndị na-ezi ozi ọma ndị niile nọ n'ihu akwụkwọ unu ziwe na ozi ọma na-resonate weta ndị ga-arụ ọrụ a kọsị ndị niile bụ ndị fili na ha na-arụ ọrụ taa ma ndị laghachi na mpakara nke Naijiria ma meni ndị nke si na ha laghachi anyị ha ncha wụchakwa ndị amụma ụwa ndị okwu ọzọ eme ọzọ. So onye ọbụla kwụrụ n'eziokwu. That is only my own closing remark. Ka anyị kwudosiri ikele eziokwu ebe ozi ọma na-eme elu maala na eziokwu la-akwụrụ. All your topic today eme elu maala uche echi bụ eziokwu anwa ọ ga-akwụrụ kwudosi ahụ ike. Nnamdị ga-apụta ha ji ya mgbe ole ọbụla ha jiri ọ ya apụta. Simon ole ọbụla ha mere ha ji chee ya ọbụna ha egbughị ya ọ ya apụta because ọbụna nwata gbuo ji ji chi aja eme elu mmadụ ọ ya epu ọha m n'ụzọ. Ndewo.
Thank you so much, my brother Akonya Wetere. Thank you so much. Our brother Max, are you there, Max? Let's hear from you, Max. If Bro Max is there, let's hear from Bro Max. I don't think Bro Max is on seat. I think Bro Max is not on seat. So if Bro Max is not on seat, we are now going back for our final message. So my brother Christian, give us your final word as we round up on today's program. Give us your final word.
Okay, Brachus. Thank you so much for all your effort. And by the grace of Chukwuka, we'll continue tomorrow. So I feel like these things are just so important to deliberate on, because at the end of the day is this existential trait that faces a people. It's not today that it started, but over the years, the Fulanis, they've been able to master the art of how to penetrate and get our people to be used against their own people. So it's been a long time coming. But it's good that we keep emphasizing on it so that those who cannot grab or understand it quick enough, at some point they begin to get into their head. Because when I see the followers and those online that believes in what Soludo is doing, it clearly shows me that there are lots of our people who don't have the ability to understand that Soludo is playing a game with them. He's working for the Fulanis, you know, to Islamize everywhere. And it's unfortunate because it's happening not just in Igbo land, it's happening everywhere. I've just told you about it on those State a few days ago. Some say even more than 40 people were massacred. You ask yourself, what do they want? Why are they doing this? It's pure and simple. They get you out of your life, they occupy you, you go to IDKP camp, and they continue. Eventually, they take over the place. And when so these things Nnamdi Kanu has emphasized from beginning. From day one, he has emphasized the PM the same. And the good thing, though, is that Dr. NgoziOrabueze understands this, too, because you told me the last time that this is part of his her decree, that they should leave the bushes, right? You told me that, like, So that means that she understands that this is a problem. This is a major existential threat facing in the Igbo. In particular, these people are more particular about the Ali Igbo because they know why, and everybody knows why. But I just want to thank you, and tomorrow we'll continue by the grace of God. And for everybody who has participated, Udo Delonu. Bye.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Before our brother Akonyo will give us his last word, I want to remind everybody that our Deputy Prime Minister, Dr. NgoziOrabueze, is going to have a State of the Union address on the 15th. That is next tomorrow. She's going to have a State of the Union address. And every one of us is expected to be there. 15th, on the 15th, that's next tomorrow, by 5 p.m. 5 p.m. United States of Biafra time. State of the Union address is very important because she is going to make some important pronunciation and also answer important questions as always. Very important. 5 p.m. Biafra time, State of the Union address to all the Biafrans. Every one of us should key in. By the special grace of Chukwukema, I'm going to stream it live. I will stream it live on my platforms, all my platforms, on my Facebook and everywhere. I will stream it live. So everyone should prepare and get connected. Don't say tomorrow you didn't hear and you begin to repeat questions. On the 15th of March, that is next tomorrow, State of the Union address by the Deputy Prime Minister, Dr. NgoziOrabueze. Very important. And there is another update here also. Another update here. This is an information coming from the Department of States in United States of Biafra. Department of States. And the information reads, it says, let me read it. It says, citizens can now file a human rights violation report to the United States of Biafra Department of State, Human Rights Unit. Fellow citizens of the United States of Biafra, as we continue to delegitimize the terrorist Nigerian entity across the 40 United States of Biafra, administrating governance to our citizens, we are calling on Biafrans to immediately report every form of human rights violations in either as a victim or witness. The government are implementing measures to address the threat to the existence of our population, to the international community, and to further bring necessary legal action against the Nigerian regime. At any point in time since 1970, when the genocidal war ended, that you have been a victim or a witness human rights violation, please endeavor to file this report and attach necessary evidence, images, and videos, both medical reports, legal documents, etc. The Human Rights Unit of the Department of State will be collecting these reports for further processing. Click on the link below, scroll down to the bottom of the page, and click on the report human rights abuses. This very information is on the government page. All you need to do is to go to government page. You're going to see the link where you make your report. If you have encountered any human rights abuse, either directly or indirectly in any way, please try as much as possible to make it, report it officially. Report it wherever you belong. Report it through this very site. When you go to the government site, you're going to see the link there. Click on that link and you make your report. It is very, very important. Very important. All these informations are necessary so that we don't get carried away with what we are doing. So wherever you belong or whatever you are doing, try as much as possible to make sure that you are doing what you are supposed to do. As I'm rounding up on the program, I will allow my beloved brother Akonye Wetere, give us your final word as we are closing up. Akonye Wetere, are you there? I think Akonye Wetere is no more here. Akonye Wetere, are you there? Unmute yourself. Akonye Wetere is no more here. So, my fellow Biafrans, everyone that have participated on this program today, I thank you all for all your participation. I thank you all for all your support. Thank you, my beloved brother Christian, who has been with me on this platform, always supporting the platform and making contributions also to make Biafrans understand the critical issues that is holding us down. I appreciate every Biafran that have played one role or the other on today's program, and I say may Chukwu Okike Abiama continue to guide and protect every one of us. May Chukwu Okike Abiama guide and protect our Deputy Prime Minister, Dr. NgoziOrabueze. May Chukwu Okike Abiama guide and protect our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa Njoko. May Chukwu Okike Abiama guide and protect our Supreme Leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. No weapon formed against us. I appreciate everyone. As we are fighting for this Biafra, we will all live and see Biafra in our own eyes. We will all raise the flag of Biafra and we will not lose our life in the course of this journey. Thank you so much for being part of this program. We'll see you again tomorrow. Stay blessed.
Na wana na mose vive na kiti enoi na tulaje bwana mabuli vemelem kuja atibe kuona tulane bovo timalugo no nugodo kokodo nyano be hule dani moda tulilu na ya kalakana kwa lerinu mwangulu ngula matali woso jere futa mbaka njuba diali ama abulezi okwenu na bakala kelwego nesienu n'ụbọchị akala kelwego n'udezi maka na ababa n'ụwa aralu n'unuteyi Umu Biafra kunyenwe Umu Biafra kunyenwe Unanu kwa ni mono nuno mono nezi biakanenwe Ono nenu lira tono na ndagulugu senyi tono nugu bana tayi Kanyi wele fobi wena tabanu banyo Makana nyuko no 1 million no we bofu wa mabulezi okwe Naka ni kwata milake pa waja sienyi ka kesu ezo pabule be walo tamano Umu Biafra kuyenwe Kanyi wele fobi wena tabanu banyo Makano fobi abakama Na nugo no way Biafra na mekele umunina Nkabo nkanyi Mwadati na ijele wanyi biakeneli Akwage bulu kwekene na fandi otu Biafra is our hope And the Biafra is our religion Nkodi na wata chieza muno bibu onye iwere Wesi ya kene rugio Adubagwo chukwo Ikemba one of Biafra land mongwem Adawunele kala ya dike afọ ndị Igbo jiri dị ebube bịa n'ebe ichebele mmanwụ be m abụzikwa odogwu eji mara Igbo niile odogwu eji mara Biafra bịa Odumegwu Chukwu Papa gị si ekene lụgị Philip Efiong abụzikwa nwoke kwuru okwu wee kwụsị okwu si na Biafra ya ekunye na ya bụ Biafra ya tụrụ ugo wee nata ọ na-abụrụ na ya bụ Biafra ekunyego n'ọkụ ọgụlị nwata n'aka na ele ọba gị isi ekene lụgo onye ndu Maazị Nnamdi Kanu Amadike Biafra kedu ebe ị nọ dike Amadike Biafra bịa n'ụlọ ọkwa gị bụ ofe onye tiri ndị iro mgbada nwụrụ anwụ n'isi
and cannot try my case.
Amadike
There are things that are happening in this country that a lot of you do not
Amadike bụ
know.
mmanwụ ndị
It is
iro
my duty to make that very, very clear to all of you. Today. Because the lies are too much. The lies are too much. I sent a petition to the NJC
Biafra DPMDrNgoziOrabueze bịa keneli abụzikwa oke nwaanyị gị ka mụ na-akpọ n'ama
for personal gain.
Ada Biafra n'ịtọtọ
Her son and her husband are facing corruption charges.
Ezinne m obi ụmụ ya bịa ngwa ngwa
They told them.
Nwoke dị na nwaanyị bịa n'ụlọ unu
This is what happens.
Tisi ka n'ụmụ Biafra kwụ gị n'azụ
Nobody wants to do
maka na akwụdola eze ochie n'ụwa ịmalụ gị enu
That's the problem.
na gidigidi bụ ugwu eze ọma bụrụ eziokwu
They sent her to my case.
Akwa gị si ike kenelu gị ndị Biafra gọọmenti niile ndị nọ na exile cabinet bịa n'ụlọ unu mwe ọnụ wee kene unu jisinu ike na Chukwu na ndị a na ya agba unu ube maka na onye sụrụ ọbịa ya atọ ka anyị malụ gị enu oyi jisienu ike ekenelu m ndị Biafran Liberation Army ụmụ Chukwu ndị ejezọ Biafra land bịa kenenu oyi the great oracles of Biafra na nanụ unu oyi ọnụ wee kene unu n'ama na nụnụ jisi ike n'ọlụ Chukwu ya gba unu ume ụmụ Chukwu ụmụ Chukwu enu asị ekenelu ya the Prime Minister H.E. Maazị Simon Eba abụzikwa ọbata obi otu adịrị ụmụ Biafra bịa n'ụlọ anụ nganga mpịote mgbe wile nna m mmiri na-adị ugwu bịa ụdụ akọ mmiri na-akwa n'onu mmụọ na-akpụ akpụ bịa keneli ọdọgịrị dị m osefuru ndị ilo bịa n'ụlọ n'onweghị makwale n'aka ose dị mma n'anya mgbe eji mụ agụ ka onye ilo si n'ọdịrọ nkasị onye ilo ya tinye isi onye ilo wee wara ọsọ abụzikwa nwe ọbata obi ihe ọgada gidi dike bịa n'ụlọ ka o jiri kwada n'ihe bịa onyinye Chukwu nyere ndị Biafra na n'ụlọ n'ụlọ bụ ekele gị asị m ụlọ ya adịrị ndị Biafra niile na mma asị na ya adịrị ụlọ niile na mma ma ndị anyị na-akpọrọ nwa no wutere anyị wee rie nne mana anyị na-akpọ na ndụdonu n'ọnwụ maka na mgbe na-abọ ka ekwe na-agbọ dike ọgbọ ya na ndụ ọgbọ ya n'ọnwụ n'obi ife onye edobeli na-edere n'ụwa ma abụla ife emeleme. A good legacy will last forever, my believe, and the remembrance of my beliefs.